Good evening, baseball fans. Back here for the second game of the doubleheader today at Don Sanders Stadium between your Sam Houston State University Bearcats and the Demons of Northwestern State University. The Demons claimed game one, but the Cats took Thursday night's game, so this will be the rubber match and a lot on the line for both of these squads. Let's take a look at the Demons starting lineup that they will run out today against Seth Ballou. Leading off will be the senior second baseman Sam Taylor as he walks towards the box right now. Junior shortstop Caleb Rica will bat in the two-hole. Tyler Smith, the junior right fielder with a big two-run homer in the first inning of game one today, will bat third. JP LaGreco, the DH, will clean it up. Austin Stegall, the senior first baseman in the five-hole. Lenny Kunert, the junior left fielder, batting sixth. 7, 8, 9 will be third baseman junior Hayden Brown. Jacob Nunez, the catcher, and Larson Fontenot will round it out, the sophomore center fielder, as left-hander Seth Ballou delivers strike one for the Bearcats. And Taylor will await the 0-1 here. That pitch misses away. More on Seth Ballou, Christina.
Seth Ballou. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a quick mix-up. He is a senior here at Sam Houston State University, averaging 7.82. He is 2-4 and having a really great season. He has 74 hits, 46 runs. He has 14 walks. So overall, not bad.
He's got a 2-2 count here to Taylor, leading it off. As we mentioned, the rubber match of this three-game set. No game tomorrow. Doubleheader today. This will finish out the Bearcats' regular season. The 2-2 from Ballou grounded towards short, charging on it. Lofton cutting in front of him is Repka, the freshman, but his throw is high and it pulls Hearn off the bag, and Taylor will reach to start the game.
Man, that could have been really good. I got really excited there.
We've seen it from Taylor busting it down the line. They are going to give him an infield single on that, and we've seen it time and time again. He's just making these Bearcat infielders rush. A lot of speed coming out of that batter's box at the top of the order. And that doesn't change now with Caleb Rica, the junior shortstop, stepping in.
I'll tell you what, though. I can tell already, like, the Bearcats are here to win.
Absolutely.
They have that energy.
Ballou delivers strike one there. 12 seniors for the Bearcats honored before the game today. A lot of those guys in the lineup. Jordan Cannon behind the plate. Clayton Harp, Hunter Hearn, Jackson Grisham, Riley McKnight. Seth Ballou on the mound. Rica shows bunt, and he will dribble that one foul, so the count's 0-2.
Our Bearcats are now changed and sporting their white uniforms with orange numbers and the white striped pants, or the white with black striped pants.
I love the Cats pinstripes. Great
I
uniforms.
do too. These are really nice uniforms. I like these a lot.
Demons still sport their purple.
Maybe the white will give us some good luck.
Absolutely.
Okay.
0-2 count. Ballou comes set. Kicks and deals to Rica. That pitch is in the dirt. A nice stop by Jordan Cannon. Sam Taylor's first to hold up at first. Good crowd for the Bearcats here on Senior Day.
Oh yeah, we have a way bigger crowd tonight than we did earlier today, by far, for sure. And honestly, a lot more Bearcats than Demons. And earlier we had a heavy Demons fan base and not as many Bearcats, ironically.
Demons fans continue to kind of corral themselves in the shade here in Huntsville.
Yeah, the sun's starting to go down. It'll be a cooler evening game.
1-2 pitch. Ballou catches him looking. A backwards K right there as Rica goes down. 85 inside paint. A nice pitch there from the southpaw as he gets the first out of the day via the punch-out. That'll bring up Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith, a right fielder who is also a junior, averaging at 275. He is 0-0 today, obviously.
Stepping into that left-handed batter's box, the only left-handed hitter in the lineup for the Demons. First pitch, 85, finds the outside edge at the knees. Nice pitch from Ballou to get ahead, 0-1. Ballou, not a big strikeout guy. 38 Ks in 48 and 2/3 innings. There's an off-speed pitch in the dirt that Jordan Cannon slides out to get. And Jordan Cannon's put in a lot of hours behind the plate this series.
He's had a big day.
Yeah, saw him catch most of the first game. Gavin Johnson relieved him. He did stay in the game and play right field, though, to finish it off. Taylor on the move, swing and a miss. Throw is not going to be in time. He will swipe second.
I really thought that he was not safe at that one, but I guess it's kind of hard to tell sometimes if you're not really down there.
Immediate call by umpire Doug McClure. James Ainsworth down the first base line. Ron Teague calling balls and strikes today. This crew has been good. Had a good series. Blue deals on 1 and 2 to Smith. Swing and a weak roll, a chopped foul at the first base line. The count will hold at 1 and 2.
Smith has 164 at bat, 29 runs, and 45 hits, so pretty impressive.
Sporting that 274 average. 314 with runners on base. 10 home runs. He hit double digits with his first inning bomb in game 1 today. Good pitch from Ballou, but a nice job to hold back on the swing from Smith, so the count will even up at 2 and 2. Seth Ballou making his 13th start of the year, 15th appearance overall. And on 2-2, he freezes him with the curve. 76 miles an hour, and he broke it off. So after the leadoff infield single, back-to-back Ks.
Bearcats are off to a great start, and you can tell there's a huge difference from the first game to now.
Absolutely. That rough first inning in the first game for the Bearcats. Seth Ballou looking to come in and close the door on the top of this lineup, and he's doing so far. He will have to contend with senior DH JP LaGreco now in the cleanup spot. First pitch misses off the outside edge for ball 1.
You can tell that the fire has been lit beneath the Bearcats for sure.
Well, and for good reason. Southeastern Louisiana is 3 outs away from tying the Bearcats atop the conference. They lead UIW 5-3 with 1 out in the top of the 9th. That ball grounded towards short. Picked up by Lofkin, thrown across. His throw is high, and Hearn does get the tag. That is the call by first base umpire James Ainsworth. The Demons vehemently disagree with that call.
Oh, yeah.
JP LaGreco protesting, saying there is no way he was touched. But it's going to fall on empty ears. So Seth Ballou pitches around the leadoff base runner with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Demons are kept off the board in the top of the first. We'll be back for the home first. 1, 2, 3 coming up for the Bearcats on the Bearcat Sports Network.
All right, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcat Sports. So, for our Bearcat starting lineup, we have catcher Jordan Cannon, who is a senior, right fielder Colton Kauser, freshman, center field Clayton Harp, senior, first baseman Hunter Hearn, senior, left fielder Jack Rogers, sophomore, DH Jackson Grisham, senior, Shortstop Jackson Lofton, freshman. Third baseman Luke Repka, freshman. And second baseman Riley McKnight, senior. So a great lineup here for the Bearcats to start off this second game.
Absolutely. I love seeing Riley McKnight in that 9-hole almost as a second leadoff guy. And they will oppose the big, hard-throwing right-hander Nathan Jones from Northwestern State University. The senior 7-3 on the year, a 2.76 ERA. This will be his 13th start. He has 71 strikeouts in 75 innings, just 20 walks, 203 the opponent batting average, and he is a force on the mound as he gets ready to deliver the game's first pitch to Jordan Cannon. And it is a fastball at 93 on the outside edge for strike one, and this is definitely better velocity than the Bearcats have seen in this series.
Let's see what they can bring us today. Hopefully, Jordan Cannon's had a really great day. He's had a good game. A good weekend, really. Oh!
And he will foul that one off right on it. That one 95 from Jones.
Definitely better to hit at all than to not hit, I guess,
Absolutely. I mean, if you just make contact with velocity like this, base hits will land at some point.
Absolutely.
He is down 0-2. And we see the first breaking ball of the game. This ball is popped up to shallow center. Coming in on it is Fontenot, and he will get there for the out. So a 3-pitch at bat for Jordan Cannon. He will fly out to center field, and there is one away now for Colton Kauser.
That was a really nice hit, though.
It was. He stayed on that slider pretty well. Good change in velocity from 95 down to 77 on that slider.
Right, definitely on his game.
Absolutely.
Now we have Colton Kauser up to bat for Bearcats with an average of 366.
We talked in game one about just how outstanding Kauser's been. He will take 92 on the outside edge for a strike, and Nathan Jones doing something we haven't seen a lot of Demons pitchers do in this series, and that has come right after Bearcats hitters.
That's true, and he really is. He's had a great game today.
Jones into the windup. Pitch, that one does catch the outside corner. Kauser doesn't agree. He has a quick question for Ron Teague behind the plate, but he's down 0-2. Ron Teague hearing it a little bit early on from these Bearcat fans. The 0-2 is a fastball. That one does miss the corner. Then it's 1-2. That was at 96.
Kauser has 75 hits and 48 runs, so he definitely has a very impressive number of hits, and I think that he could probably get us another one here. Oh!
That ball grounded foul, so the count will hold it 1-2. Absolutely, Kauser's freshman campaign, nothing if not impressive. Really eye-opening.
Maybe I'm going to have a telepathy again. Maybe it'll finally come through for us this time. I said hit, and he hit it. It didn't.
You're just not being specific enough.
I know. That is the problem.
Here's the 1-2. Kauser swinging a miss. Rolled a foul ball.
And their catcher is not happy.
Ron Teague he's having a rough time behind the plate early on. He was hearing it on strike calls from Bearcat fans, and now Northwestern State. Jacob Nunez, the catcher, and their manager just really getting on Teague on that foul ball call.
They were definitely not happy about that.
Nunez said that he caught it. Teague ruled that ball hit the turf. 1-2 again now to Kauser.
Ooh.
This time Jacob Nunez thought it was strike through at the knees, and it was ruled low. It's a 2-2 count.
I feel like this is going to be a very dramatic game.
Yeah, it's a little eventful right here. Ron Teague hearing it from about everyone you can imagine right now.
Tensions are very high.
It's a must-win ball game.
Yeah.
2-2. That ball misses, and the count is full. Nathan Jones wondering where it missed at 92. That's a lively fastball coming out of Nathan Jones's hand.
He's had a lot of fastballs.
Yeah, he's coming right after hitters. He's pitching, obviously, with that big heater. Here's the 3-2, and Kauser fights it off. So he'll live to see another one.
Yeah, he definitely knows what he's up against.
You can see him shorten up there on that 2-strike approach. Base is empty, one away. Seniors behind him in the order. Harp on deck, Hearn in the hole. The 3-2 is a pitch in the dirt, so Kauser will reach. That's a nice at-bat by Colton Kauser.
That really was.
Really worked his pitches there and got on base.
It was good stuff, and he got to walk, so a double win.
Absolutely. So that'll bring up Clayton Harp, and that's the more important thing is you've got a runner aboard now for your big hitters.
Absolutely. Clayton Harp averaging 327. Hopefully he can get some hits and we can get going, get some more spaces filled.
Cows are running on the first pitch. It is fouled. That one gets a piece of catcher Nunez.
I will say, though, this game we're having a lot more contact with the ball. Even if it's fouling, we're having a lot more contact, a lot more hits.
Which is good to see when you're up against velocity like this that you haven't seen so far in this series. To be able to see guys at the top of the order immediately go out there and even just fight pitches off the way Colton Cowser did. Eventually, Nathan Jones will make a mistake and you'll be able to square something up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Cowser was running. Looked like a hit and run on the first pitch. It was fouled away. Throw over. That's a good move. Cowser just barely back in there at first.
That was real close. Almost too close for comfort at this point.
I think it was too close for comfort. That was a quick move there by Nathan Jones.
We're like, we do not need to lose our bases already.
Another throw over. He got him! Picked him off. Nathan Jones throws over twice in a row. It was close the first time. Second time, Cowser wasn't able to get back, and here comes head coach Matt Deggs.
Uh-oh.
Both of these teams kind of just let these umpires have it early on.
Oh, we got to be more careful to not let ourselves get bases taken like that.
Kind of surprised to see Deggs here. Cowser didn't protest too much.
Yeah, no, not really. It was mainly
Cowser kind of popped up thinking he looked like he thought they got him. He is now standing at home plate though.
Because I mean, he barely even the last game only came out maybe once. We saw a lot more from Northwestern.
So Deggs has said his piece and he'll take that slow stroll back to the dugout. So it's an 0-1 count. There was a foul ball and a hit and run.
Disappointing.
Yeah, a little bit.
We'll bring it back though. We're in the bottom of the first. We still got this.
What you hate to see there is that Nathan Jones just showed you his pickoff move. You did just get back safely. Clayton Hart fouls that one back, so it's 0-2 now with nobody on and 2 outs.
I will say it's true. I mean, Jones had a fast reaction and a fast throw because, I mean, we see that all the time and they always make it back, but I mean, that was crazy.
He did. Shortened up his arm a little bit and just kind of slung it over to first, and it was a good throw. It was on the money, too. He made it easy over there for Austin Stegall. Here's the 0-2. Nice job by Clayton Hart to fight off 93, and he'll stay alive.
He's getting ready. He's like,
Hart knows they need to get something going here with 2 outs.
Oh, yeah.
Don't throw away the inning right here. Get on base for the guys behind you. Big curveball gets him looking from 93 down to 76, and a backward strikeout there as Clayton Hart goes down on the off-speed. So no runs, no hits, a walk, but no one left after the pickoff. We will head to the second. We are scoreless in Huntsville. We'll be back on the Bearcats Sports Network.
Alrighty, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcats Sports Network. Now we have Bearcats pitching, and up to bat for Northwestern, we have Austin Stegall.
Seagal will stand in against Seth Ballou. He will take a ball one high on a changeup. Looks like we might have a pitcher's duel on our hands early. Ballou and Jones both looking great in the first inning.
It's true, our pitchers really are having a good game so far, both of them.
That pitch missed low. 2-0 now to Stegall. For Ballou, his one thing this season has been keeping that leadoff runner off base. The 2-0 pitch is a strike on the outside edge at 86, so 2-1. We saw Sam Taylor reach on an infield single in the first inning. Ballou trying to battle back into this count now. Stegall swings, lifts it, right center field. Harp backing on it. He's got it in his sights, and he will make the play. So nice job to keep Stegall off base, and that will bring up Lenny Kunert.
Lenny Kunert is a junior left fielder for Northwestern, averaging 300.
Anytime you see that 300 batting average out of your six-hole hitter, you know you've got a good lineup. And that's exactly what Kunert is sporting here. First pitch misses for a ball.
Both teams have almost all in the 200 and 300s, although there's a couple on Northwestern in the 100s. So they all really have pretty good averages overall, both teams.
A 1-0 pitch swung on a miss for strike one. Both of these teams are just so deep in their lineup, so loaded. Power, contact, they can beat you with small ball. And we've seen a little bit of all of it so far in the series.
I mean, that took him back down to his knee.
1-1, that pitch lifted. Shallow center, McKnight backing on it, Kauser coming in. They both give way to Clayton Harp. He'll take both of those fly balls to begin the inning. Things are getting busy out there for Harp, and there's two gone.
There's a lot of good communication between the Bearcats and the outfield. I mean, there was three going for one ball, and they were able to make it work out really well.
Absolutely.
Not to say that we had any issue with that before, but just acknowledging the good things we're doing.
We have seen it in this series, though, with Northwestern. Much better today than yesterday. Hayden Brown, the junior third baseman, getting the start, will stand in today in the 7-hole with nobody on and 2 outs. Ballou kicks and deals to him. The first pitch misses low for ball one.
Hayden Brown is a junior third baseman, averaging 226.
A 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. 85. Foul tipped at the knees on the outside corner. 1-1 the count.
He hasn't seen as much playing time as other people with 62 at bat, but not bad.
That pitch to Hayden Brown. Swung on and missed. Pulled the string on him. 1-2 the count now.
He has 4 runs and 14 hits, so again, not too bad. It kind of reflects his playing time, I think.
1-2 pitch misses low, 2-2. The concerning number, those 18 strikeouts. You never like to see that strikeout number higher than your hit total.
True.
1 extra base hit on the year. It was a double. He's working in a 2-2 count now. Deuce is wild with 2 away. Catcher Jacob Nunez stands on deck. That ball is fouled away.
It's been a lot of fouls, like foul balls.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact. These teams are aggressive early in the counts, and they're swinging. This is 2 teams that like to hit. They'll take their walks if they need to, but they like to put the bat on the ball.
Which is definitely, I think, like a really good thing to look for. It makes the game a lot more interesting.
2-2 pitch misses off the inside edge. If you're a manager, you have to like to see that with the conference tournament coming up next week. Your guys being in an aggressive state and coming out swinging the bats early.
And you see, I think that the Bearcats definitely know like what they need to do, and I don't think that Northwestern has gotten too cocky. I think that they still know that the Bearcats are a good team and that they can still come for them. So both teams still really have their guard up.
3-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked up by Jordan Cannon after the swing and a miss. He'll throw on to Hunter Hearn. So another strikeout for Seth Ballou, and he works an easy second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We will be back for the bottom of the second after this on the Bearcat Sports Network. back here at Don Sanders Stadium for the nightcap of this doubleheader. 4-5-6 coming up for the Bearcats. Hunter Hearn, Jack Rogers, and Jackson Grisham.
So far, this game has been pretty interesting already, off to like a very fast-paced start, and in a good way. Like, both teams are playing such good defense, I suppose you should say, and keeping it pretty simple, keeping the hits in, but yet still good.
A pitching change for Northwestern State University. Nathan Jones is out. Number 36, David Hodo, is in to pitch. A junior right-hander.
Well, that's a pretty fast change to make this early on. I wonder if
Wondering if something happened to Nathan Jones. Yeah. David Hodo, a 2-2 record, couple of saves on the year. He's thrown 33 in the third innings, 35 hits, 25 strikeouts, and 7 walks in that span. A 3.78 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP, and his first pitch to Hunter Hearn misses. Well, obviously hoping that Nathan Jones is okay, but if you're the Bearcats, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, that is wow.
I mean, Nathan Jones got on the mound, and he was absolutely firing missiles.
He really was. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I wonder if we'll find out at all.
David Hodo immediately behind 3-0 to Hunter Hearn, and you wonder how much time he had to get loose between innings.
Probably not much time at all.
From up here, he's throwing like a guy that hasn't had time to get his arm fully loose. Finds the strike zone at 83. I'll tell you, that's a lot more hittable than the 94 we saw in the first inning.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure it's not easy on him either, so this is probably not the greatest for Northwestern.
Hodo misses there on 80. That pitch was pretty good, but Hearn will jog it down to first base.
That's pretty quick.
That's a rough start to the inning.
Well, not for us.
No. That'll bring up Jack Rogers, sophomore DH, left fielder in this game, excuse me.
Jack Rogers is a sophomore, averaging 308.
A 308 average is why I'm used to seeing him DH. Getting a start defensively today, out in left field. He'll bat here with Hunter Hearn on first. That pitch misses. Again, not sure where. I don't think Jacob Nunez thought that missed behind the plate. He kind of held that for a minute. That's a tight strike zone right now by Ron Teague. That pitch that looked lower than the last one is called a strike. Jack Rogers kind of rolls his eyes. We'll see if Hunter Hearn is off at some point during this at bat. Hodo not quick to the plate. Hearn has attempted 6 steals this year, successful in 3 of them. He's not running here on 1-1, and that pitch misses way out of the zone.
It seems like there have been some questionable calls, or at least people who are questioning certain calls. Oh, coach is coming out for Northwestern.
Quick mound meeting here, trying to settle down his reliever.
I'm sure there's got to be something going on. Their pitcher, obviously, something happened, and now they're having to make some last-minute changes that probably are not working in their favor.
Nobody out in the bullpen for Northwestern State either. And
now the ump's going.
Northwestern State's manager asked him to come out there, and are they discussing balls and strikes? And now calling in the first base umpire, Ron Teague motions for James Ainsworth to join them on the mound. And now they'll be having a conversation there.
It does not look like the Northwestern coach is very happy right now.
No, he doesn't look pleased. He's leaving, but the umpires are staying at the mound. And now they're pulling David Hodo from the game to visit the trainer.
This is all kinds of crazy.
So this is where it gets interesting, because if David Hodo is injured, quote unquote, coming out of the game, they can now bring in their next pitcher that from the looks of it will be senior right-hander Austin Reich. He will have as much time as he needs to warm up, given that that was an injury. But if Nathan Jones was pulled for an injury, David Hodo would have had the same exact allowance to start this inning. He came out, threw his 7 warm-up pitches like normal, and took off. We actually see Nathan Jones standing down in the dugout right now for Northwestern State. So we're going to take a break while Austin Reich warms up, and we will be right back. Runner on first, nobody out, and a 2-1 count mid-batter for the Cats. We'll be back on the Bearcat Sports Network right after this. So we are back here in Huntsville, and we are back with a 2-1 count on Jack Rogers, a pitching change mid-batter from David Hodo to Austin Reich. We will get you his numbers in just a moment. For now, let's hone in on the situation. Jack Rogers standing with a 2-1 count. Hunter Hearn aboard at first, and nobody out for the Bearcats. Swing and a miss, and we've upped the velocity again. That was 91 from Austin Reich on the outside edge, and one pitch, and he's got a 2-2 count.
I don't know what happened, but
I don't either.
Like, whatever they did, I guess it's working in their favor because they're back up into the 90s, so, I mean...
And he got him at 88. Little two-seam action there, and Jack Rogers goes down. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes, but a strikeout to Austin Reich's credit, and that will bring up Jackson Grisham. He is DHing today. The senior getting the start here on Senior Day. Very nice. He is averaging 308. All of our players almost. Oh, I'm sorry. He's averaging 259. A little late there on the stats. Still very good. 259 average for Grisham as he stands in. A throw over to first, and why not? It worked in the first inning. So Austin Reich, he has a save this year. No wins to his name, an 0-1 record. He will work deep enough into this game potentially to get into that win column if you can. 18 in the third inning, 17 hits, 31 strikeouts in 18 in the third innings, and we just saw one right there. This guy is deceptive with that arm angle, and he'll get ahead 0-1. That's a lot of strikeouts, an impressive Ks per 9 right there. 10 walks, though, 17 hits, so this guy spreads it around. If he's on, he's on. The Cats are going to try and get some hittable pitches. Hearn at first base, we mentioned 3 of 6 on steals, not running anywhere right now. Outside edge at 80, a changeup, and it catches it, so 0-2 to Grisham. And Austin Reich, maybe Northwestern now after 3 pitchers and 5 hitters has found their guy. He's looking good. He's throwing 4 pitches, all for strikes right now.
It only took like 3 times, but
yeah.
in the first inning.
And a strikeout there. So 5 pitches, 5 strikes, 2 strikeouts on 5 pitches. You don't see that every day. That's impressive. Austin Reich will take care of Jackson Grisham.
He definitely is very impressive.
And so it'll be up to the freshman Jackson Lofton now to try and keep this bottom of the second alive.
And now up to bat for Bearcats, we have Jackson Lofton, shortstop freshman, averaging .294.
First pitch from Reich. Outside edge for a strike. If you're the Cats, I think the memo is get up there and swing. Austin Reich's not messing around. This guy has a 4.34 ERA, and watching him pitch right now, I just don't know how. He looks absolutely lights out.
He really does. I mean,
Throw over to first, Hearn back with a dive.
I hope we don't mess around too much. We learned last time that we lost that first base real easy.
I think Colton Kauser was leaning a little. The Demons know that the Bearcats like to run in this situation with 2 outs, try and get into scoring position. Hearn not on the move, and Lofton fouls that one off.
Seems like everyone's kind of taking their time, feeling it out. I feel like there's a lot of tension between all the players right now. I just feel like you can see it and feel it.
A must-win game for both squads. It would be huge for either of these two teams to be the one to take 2 out of 3 this series. For the Bearcats, I think you're just trying to slow Austin Reich down a little bit, and he does miss there on 92. Put a little something extra on that, kind of fell off the mound, and it ended up outside. So a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Could we see Hunter Hearn on the move here?
I hope so.
He is not going. Ooh. That pitch misses. Jacob Nunez had a similar thought as their catcher's getting into the pickoff game. A throw behind Hearn at first. Lately he dives back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in inning number 2.
Let's see if he can maybe get a hit, get some bases going.
Be nice to keep this lineup moving for the Bearcats. Here's the 2-2. Swing. This one popped in foul territory, giving a looks to Gall. And he has room over there. So he will make the play. That will do it for the Bearcats in the second. It takes 3 pitchers for the Demons, but they get through 2 scoreless innings. Cats yet to record a hit. We will be back for the third right after this on the Bearcats Sports Network.
And we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcats Sports Network. We are at the top of the third, and
ball grounded by Jacob Nunez out towards short. Jackson Lofton picks it up, throws to first. Nice pick by Hunter Hearn, and that's a one pitch out here to start the third for Seth Ballou. As Christina throws her hands up. She liked that.
That was just awesome. He reached out, he got it, he kept his foot there. It's a good Bearcat play. I love it.
That was a tough pick at first base by Hunter Hearn, and a nice job there. So Jacob Nunez retired on one out, and that will bring in Larson Fontenot, the sophomore center fielder. This is the first we've seen of him this series. And his first pitch from Ballou, he will watch it in the dirt for ball one.
He's averaging 268, so definitely not too bad. Pretty average for their team, for Northwestern.
A 1-0 from Ballou. This ball fouled off the net. Sam Taylor will catch that in the on-deck circle. 1-1 the count.
Looks like he's getting ready there. 71 at bat, so definitely not too bad. He got his fair share of playing time.
And the pitch from Ballou misses off the inside edge. I think Ballou wanted that call. 2-1 now.
22 runs, 19 hits. 19 hits, that's definitely good.
6 of them for extra bases, 3 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs for Fontenot.
6 walks.
That pitch misses high, 3-1. 28 strikeouts, though, and 71 at bats. Definitely a guy, if you're Seth Ballou, you want to come right after. You don't want to hand the Demons a one-out base runner. That pitch is popped up, foul down the first baseline, and out of play. So the count runs full. The top of this Demons lineup is so good, you need to make these number 9 hitters earn their way on. You do not want to give them a free pass for Sam Taylor and Caleb Rica.
Honestly, I'm feeling like it's going to be a very tight game. I mean, so far 2 innings and already 0-0, so...
And Ballou does lose him, so he puts Fontenot on and walks at the bottom of the order, and never good, and that will bring up Sam Taylor 1-for-1 today, the only hit in the ballgame for either side. And a generous one at that. It was a choppy ground ball to short to lead off the game.
We've had a lot of walks so far this game. Definitely more than I saw the last game for sure.
Yeah, both teams with their fair share of base runners. Pitchers not getting hit around, but also not attacking guys. The one person we did see attack hitters was Nathan Jones, and he had a very short outing. This pitch by Ballou on the ground. Taylor made 4-6-3 on to first. The Bearcats get out of it. A nice job by Seth Ballou. Jordan Cannon's fired up, and here come the Cats. They will have 8-9-1 due up as they look to break their way into the hit column in the bottom of the third. A 4-6-3 double play, the twin killing, and we will be back on the Bearcats Sports Network. Back here for the bottom of the third, Austin Reich on the mound. This will be his first full inning for the Demons. He came in, was lights out last inning, picking up a couple of strikeouts. He will face 8-9-1. It'll be the freshman Luke Repka in the left-handed box opposing him to start the third here, and the first pitch is a strike on the inside edge of 85.
Let's see if we can maybe just hold it together. Luke Repka is our third baseman, a freshman, averaging 263. Oh.
That 0-1 pitch gets in on him, jams a little bit, he pushes it foul. 0-2.
Too bad we didn't need it to go over there into the practice box.
Yeah, if only you didn't have to stay between the white lines.
Yeah, it would really change the game.
Not for the better.
Maybe a bit more confusing. Oh!
0-2 from Reich off the edge of the bat, a ground ball to third. Throw to first, picked out by Stegall. So we've seen some nice glove work from both first basemen. Hearn with one last inning, and Stegall saves Brown there.
That would have been really, really nice play, but I mean, still, a good hit. A hit is a hit, and especially one that's not a foul, that's still in the white lines.
That'll bring up Riley McKnight. I love seeing McKnight in the number 9 slot here, acting as a second leadoff hitter at the bottom of the order, that .311 batting average.
Definitely a good one.
Such a good table setter. If he can get on, that'll bring up Cannon and Kauser and the top of this Bearcats lineup that, if you're Northwestern State, I think you're tired of seeing at this point.
A 180 at bat, which is just crazy. So much playing time.
Yeah, Riley McKnight has really extended his playing time this year as a senior. Part of that's due to his versatility. He can play a lot of positions. First pitch misses high from Reich, 1-0.
McKnight has 36 runs and 56 hits, so definitely impressive. 22 RBI.
That pitch finds the zone for a strike. Of those 56 hits, 8 doubles, 3 triples, a pair of home runs. And we've seen that in this series. Riley McKnight picked up a triple in Game 1 today, and he can absolutely fly around the bases. That pitch misses the outside edge. 2-1 from Austin Reich. A little dip in velocity, sitting right around 88 now. He's only thrown 15 pitches. He was sitting in the low 90s when he came in. He'll come set and deal for the 2-1 pitch. McKnight swings and pops that one. It's going to be foul out of play.
Man, every time there's any kind of contact with the ball, I get so excited, like I'm going to jump out of my seat. I even know it was a foul ball.
I think these Bearcat fans feel the same way. They're not used to looking at this team in the third inning with a 0 in the hit column.
Not at all. This is very unusual for us.
Credit Northwestern State and their 3-pitcher attack. It's worked.
They're giving us a run for our money, that's for darn sure.
2-2 pitch misses, so Riley McKnight works it full. And much like we said about Seth Ballou in the top half of the inning, you don't want to walk Riley McKnight.
No.
As aggressive as these pitchers have been, kind of toying with the number 9 hitters a little bit. McKnight, a guy you need to make him earn his way on. He laces one down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Going to one-hop into the corner. McKnight around first on his way to second. He's being waved to third. Cut by Taylor. What a throw. But the tag is not there, and McKnight is in with a 3-bagger. And with it, the crowd comes to life. The Bearcats dugout is hyped. And what did we talk about? Riley McKnight in the 9-hole.
That was an amazing play. I swear I about jumped out of my seat here, right here in the booth. That was awesome.
That was an aggressive send by the third base coach, Riley McKnight. We have seen Sam Taylor, who's playing second this game, make some incredible plays. He made a strong throw there, and it was close. But Riley McKnight at third with 1 out for Jordan Cannon. And Christina, you were talking about you feel like this is going to be a tight game. It shows. The infield is moving in to try and cut down the run at home with 1 out in the 3rd inning. They're not even willing to trade a run here. Here's Jordan Cannon. Pitch misses high. Ball 1.
They know that we are here to win, and so are they, and it shows absolutely. These are 2 great teams. It makes it a very close game.
So even early on, it feels like runs will be at a premium in this one. Austin Reich trying to pitch for the ground ball. Delayed strike call on Jordan Cannon, 1-1.
Ooh.
Pitch looked low.
Wouldn't be the first time someone disagrees with one of these calls today.
Well, you can hear the Bearcat crowd out there.
Oh yeah, they're not happy.
No, they're willing to let Ron Teague have it tonight. 1-1 to Cannon.
Ooh.
That pitch misses away.
His pitches, they're a little bit more off to the side now. He's kind of, I feel like he's losing his form just a tad bit.
That comes with being a power pitcher. Every now and then you'll try and get a little something extra, and you're going to fall off to that first base side of the rubber.
He does have a lot of force.
He does. 2-1 now. That pitch misses away. 3-1. And if you're Northwestern State, a walk here wouldn't be the worst thing. It would set up your double play for you to get you out of the inning. There's no reason to give Jordan Cannon something that he can drive here on 3-1.
Other than to give us points.
Well, I don't think that's their goal.
Unfortunately.
3-1 the count now.
Oh!
Chopper, McKnight does break, and there will not be a play at home. Reich will throw to first and get Cannon, but aggressive base running by Riley McKnight and a lucky ground ball chopper is going to give the Bearcats the first run of the game. So just the one hit, but it's a one-out triple.
Definitely a great play and a good way to end off this third quarter.
And an RBI ground out. Credit Austin Reich even for getting that play at first. That was a nice job, strong throw. So that'll clear the bases. We'll start over here with 2 outs in the third. And Colton Kauser at the plate.
Colton Kauser, right fielder for Sam Houston, a freshman, averaging .366.
Takes ball 1 from Reich.
He has had a outstanding day today and a great weekend, honestly. Overall, a really great player.
Kauser fouls that one off down near the light pole.
Man, I'm
over
telling
by the
you.
field house.
Right over there. That's been our place.
It has.
If only it was supposed to go there.
That speaks to the velocity that we're seeing right now, too, though.
It's true, yeah.
Everyone just a little bit late on those pitches. Bearcats going to have to make an adjustment and straighten that out.
I really am just amazed by the science behind all of this.
Kauser takes low. Little bit of chatter from Northwestern.
Yeah, they're probably feeling it a little bit now that we're actually up. Only by 1, but still. Kauser has 75 hits and 48 runs. Those are pretty high numbers.
53 RBIs on the year, 17 doubles.
Oh.
And to add that, his average will go up. Give him a base hit right there. Some 2-out magic from Colton Kauser as he laces one into right field. And he will keep the line moving for Clayton Harp.
Clayton Harp, center fielder for Sam, a senior who averages .327, which is a really great average, actually. 44 runs, 67 hits, 41 RBI.
12 walks for Clayton Harp, so he could work his counts, too. He went down looking at a big curveball in the first inning. Throw over. Kauser, who's been picked off once today, that was a little slow getting back right there, too.
Yeah, it's a little risky.
So here's a stat for you. Everything we've talked about with what Colton Kauser does well, 8 steals and 8 attempts. He's never been caught this year.
Wow.
A very late timeout call right there. That pitch will not count. As Austin Reich delivered a strike. But it's all for naught. Clayton Harp asked for time and got it. So no count on the batter. Another throw over on Colton Kauser. He dives back. You get nervous up here, Christina?
Yes, Colton Kauser's going to give me a heart attack. I got so nervous. I'll take it, though.
Kauser doesn't even have a huge lead over there. Slide step in the pitch.
Oh!
That ball is into left center field. Will it get past the center fielder? It will not. Run down by Fontenot, and a very nice job. It'll be a double for Clayton Hart, but a very nice job to get to that ball, and it's going to force Colton Kauser to hold up at third base.
That was a great hit and a great play. And let me tell you, these Bearcats, oh, I'm so proud. This is such a good game. They're making me jump out of my seat over here.
Great job by Clayton Hart. But let's give credit to Fontenot out there in center field. He saved a run by getting to that ball. If that gets by him, Kauser scores easily.
Oh, here comes Coach again for Northwestern.
And we're going to have a mound meeting.
Probably feel a little bit of worry.
Probably. So 2 on and 2 outs, and they're probably going to talk about how they want to attack Hunter Hearn. We'll give them just a second. We'll take a break with him, and we'll be right back on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Alrighty, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcat Sports Network. Up to bat, we have Hunter Hearn for the Bearcats, first baseman, senior, who's averaging .329.
First pitch from Reich misses low and away. If you ask me, Hunter Hearn's not going to get anything to really hit here. This little rally in the third inning has Christina doing some dance moves up here in the booth.
I am definitely feeling this game.
We might have to get the camera on you up here, Christina.
Energy is high, and I am just like, oh yeah.
Energy is definitely high. Here's the 1-0 to Hearn. There it is. That pitch misses low, much to Northwestern State fans' displeasure. 2-0 the count. And man, are the seniors producing right now on senior day for the Cats.
They really are. They're stepping it up big time.
Hunter Hearn with a chance to come through here. He's had a great series. Amazing day yesterday.
At bat, sorry.
Here's the 2-0. Misses with 3-0, and honestly, at this point, you might as well just put Hearn on and go after Jack Rogers on deck.
I mean, with 71 hits, you would think he would definitely get one for us this time around. He's got a very high record.
I think Northwestern State's aware of that. They're just going to pitch around him right here.
Oh, yeah. He's the highest one for the Bearcats so far, 71. Oh, I'm sorry, 75 with Colton Cowser, actually, but very close.
We'll just exclude Colton Cowser when looking at Bearcat ranks.
He just succeeds?
Yes. There's a strike call on Hunter Hearn, 3-1. Yeah, if Colton Cowser's the only one ahead of you, you're doing fine.
You're doing good.
Yeah, a lot of people in the conference would feel that way. A lot of the stats that he leads for the Bearcats, he would lead any team in the Southland with.
Well, and that's crazy because he's just a freshman.
Yeah.
And he's still the best. Well, one of.
3-1. Grounded through the hole. Cowser scores. Here comes Hart. Throw to the plate. Offline. He dives in safely, and Hart moves up to second.
Home run.
A 2 RBI double for Hunter Hearn on senior night.
Talk about a great play.
3-0 Bearcats.
Yes.
I'll high five that. I'll give you that.
Too much excitement right now. So much happening. That was awesome. And Bearcat fans are on their feet. They are excited and very happy about this, which I don't blame them. So are we.
Wow, this crowd is a lively one. That dugout is up on their feet as well.
Absolutely. Now we have Jack Rogers up to bat, left fielder. He is a sophomore, averaging at .308.
He'll stand in with Hearn on second, 2 outs.
That's some good momentum to go off of for sure.
Oh, yeah. We have seen Hearn come through time and time again this year with 2 outs. That ball misses to Jack Rogers. I would like to see the stats on 2-out RBIs in this league because I don't think anyone has more than Hunter Hearn. He is just consistently good in the clutch.
Good for us, that's for sure.
That average up to .332 now for Hearn. Jack Rogers at .306 average, the lowest of any of the first 5 Bearcats in this order as he swings and misses.
He put a lot of force into that. He was ready for it. Or at least he thought he was.
6 of 9 hitters in this Bearcats lineup with averages above .306. That's insane.
It is. I'm telling you, they're not a single one less than in the 200s, and even at that, 259 is the lowest.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's crazy.
This team can hit. That ball misses 2-1. This is exactly what the Bearcats are going to need next week in Sugar Land. Constellation Field, home of the Skeeters, starting Wednesday the 22nd. Come on out. Southland Conference Tournament Baseball. And it's always exciting. Bearcats reached the Super Regional recently. Rough tournament showing last year, but this senior class is determined to not let that happen again. That 2-1 pitch misses, so Jack Rogers in a great hitters count, 3-1. And with the win earlier, you should see these Northwestern State Demons as well in that tournament. For the Bearcats, they're playing for a #1 seed right now.
Man, you can just feel the tension between pitcher and batter right now. I mean, Austin Reich and Jack Rogers, you can just tell, like, they're both really working off each other.
And Rogers will win the battle. He will look at ball 4, so he'll hustle down. That'll bring up Jackson Grisham. So something to note from around the conference as we get a mound visit here for Northwestern State. That's going to do it for Austin Reich. We will have a pitching change for the Demons, their fourth pitcher in just 2 2/3 innings at this point. So around the conference, it's worth noting that Lamar has taken a 2-1 lead over Central Arkansas. And if you're the Bearcats, there's no bigger fan of the Lamar Cardinals right now. We would love to see Central Arkansas lose that game, as they are just a game back on the heels of Sam Houston. There is one out currently in the top of the ninth for Central Arkansas.
Wow, I can't believe another pitcher change for Northwestern. That is something else. You don't really see that every day.
No, you don't usually see a team go through pitchers like this. This shows you what a must-win game the Demons feel like this is. And to take this series from Sam Houston at home at Don Sanders Stadium.
Well, and especially compared to the first game. And they didn't even change pitchers at all that first game. Only at the very end. And so, it shows you what's up for stakes now.
Yeah, their starter went very deep in the first game. So we will be right back. We have a new pitcher to tell you about. It is Peyton Graham, and we will get to his numbers in just a moment. We'll return shortly on the Bearcat Sports Network. So a pair of Bearcats aboard. Hunter Hearn at second, Jack Rogers at first, Jackson Grisham at the plate. He will face Peyton Graham, the right-hander for Northwestern. First pitch slider off the outside edge, but ruled a strike. That is not a strike, Ron Teague, but it's an 0-1 count. Peyton Graham, 1-0 on the year, 30 1/3 innings, 32 hits, 30 strikeouts, 8 walks. ERA of 6.53, but a whip of just 1.33. Peyton Graham working here. He'll step off the mound and wait.
Jackson Grisham averaging .259.
Graham, a junior. He delivers a strike there to the senior, Jackson Grisham. 2 outs for the Bearcats. You would love to see them push another run across. Pulled the string on him, got him to swing over a changeup. 1-2 the count.
This should definitely be very interesting, because now, with coming up with a change again of pitchers, could be a game changer. You never know.
4th of the day for the Demons. Let us remind you that we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning as we say that. That fastball misses way away. Nice stop there by Jacob Nunez to get some weather on that. So again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. 2 men on. 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits for the Cats. They were held hitless prior to this inning. They've had a good 3rd frame here. This ball up the middle, a diving stop by Rika. The flip to second as Taylor gets there for the force, robbing Jackson Grisham of a base hit back up the middle and saving a run for the Demons. Caleb Rika has been a defensive star in this series, but 3 runs on 4 hits for the Bearcats, 1 man left, and they lead at 3-0. We're through 3 here in Huntsville. We'll be back for the 4th on the Bearcats Sports Network.
All right, and we are back here at Bearcat Sports Network. I'm Christina Karastamatis, and I'm here with Tyler Josephson. And we are here at Don Sanders Stadium, where the Sam Houston Bearcats are facing off the Northwestern Demons in their second game today of the Southland Conference. Right now, Northwestern's up to bat.
And it'll be Caleb Rika, who just made a great play to end at the bottom of the third. He will lead off here in the fourth, and he will foul a changeup from Seth Ballou to the backstop for strike one. How good has Caleb Rika been this series?
Honestly, very impressive. Caleb Rika is a junior. He averages .314. He's been at bat 204, 49 runs, 64 hits. I mean, pretty impressive.
Great numbers and great in the field, too. He is down 0-2 right now to Ballou.
Definitely an asset to the team.
Oh, absolutely. When you have this is an impressive 1-2 punch. I mean, the Bearcats have a good top of the order, but these two guys for Northwestern sitting there, Tyler Smith behind him, that's a good lineup as well. Ballou misses there. So from 0-2, the count is 2-2 now. Home plate umpire Ron Teague signaling that 2-2 count as the scoreboard is behind. No balls and no strikes is what it reads. That one is fouled back as well. Count will hold there at 2-2.
Back onto Sycamore Road. Cars better watch out.
Yeah, now might not be the time to drive past Don Sanders Stadium.
Yeah, don't drive past the stadium. You might get a baseball to your windshield. We've got a lot of balls going back over that way. Oh.
We have high fastball lifted. Clayton Harp. That's a nice play. Those balls lined right at you are the hardest to catch in the outfield. Harp does a nice job. So one away as Seth Ballou continues to pitch well. He has not allowed a hit since that infield single to begin the game. And now Tyler Smith will bat with nobody on and one out.
Could you tell I was a little bit excited by that catch?
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah, it was hard to tell from the booth if that ball was going to get down when it was hit. Clayton Harp had a nice read on it. So lefty on lefty as Ballou faces Smith and misses high for ball one.
Tyler Smith is a junior right fielder, averaging .274.
Struck out looking in the first inning. Oh, this ball is hit well to center field. Clayton Harp going back at the warning track, at the wall. This ball is off the batter's eye. He will coast into second. Thankfully, that high batter's eye out there 400 feet away from home plate. Tyler Smith, instead of a home run to center field, has a one-out double. That ball was smoked.
That was definitely a really great hit and a really great play.
Nice job by Clayton Harp to get that ball back in quickly. And that will bring up the DH J.P. LaGreco 0 for 1 after grounding out to short back in the first.
LaGreco is a senior, averaging .203. Looks like they're ready.
Blue comes set, stares down Smith for a minute, and delivers strike one on the outside edge to LaGreco. Smith not a threat to run, 1 of 2 this year on stolen base attempts.
.15 runs and 26 hits.
Ballou pulls the string and gets him to swing over a changeup, so it's 0-2 now. Austin Stegall stands on deck.
LaGreco has 17 RBIs.
Ballou trying to keep that number right where it is. That pitch in the dirt. Smith thought about going. A very nice stop right there by Jordan Cannon, keeping it close enough. And Smith will scurry back to second.
And you can tell that Jordan Cannon was ready. He was like about to get it thrown back to that second base.
Jordan Cannon has been great defensively behind the plate for a guy that has not caught a lot this season either for the Bearcats. That ball fouled away, so 1-2 still the count. Jordan Cannon, interesting story. He was a pitcher for a while, converted to a catcher. Bearcat fans will remember the name Robbie Rojas, who was drafted a couple years ago, and Jordan Cannon took over the catching duties. This year he's played a lot of DH. That pitch from Ballou misses outside. Jordan Cannon, such a staple of this team. One of those One of those group of seniors that will definitely be missed by fans, by players, by his pitching staff, that's for sure. Pitchers love throwing to Jordan Cannon. He's very good behind the plate. Doesn't let a lot get by him. Calls the game well. Blue will step off. 2-2 with 1 out.
Well, this is definitely very interesting.
Yeah.
He's taking his time getting ready there.
Big pitch here for Blue.
Oh.
Swinging a foul ball.
Almost hit one of the Bearcats in the... I'm having a brain fart. What?
Over by the dugout. Yeah, that's
Thank you.
freshman Zach Poe. I had to give that ball a little Olay over there to avoid getting hit.
I don't know what I wanted to call it, but I'm glad that you caught me there.
I got you. I knew what you meant. 2-2 the pitch. That ball down the right field line. Foul by an inch. Good call by home plate umpire Ron Teague. That ball just foul. My goodness, that almost got the Demons on the board.
Well, thank goodness that it went a little bit further.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say if you're Seth Blue, you're not going to throw that outside fastball again. You're going to try and mix it up a little bit here.
That would definitely be a good idea.
Yeah, LaGreco timed that one up pretty well. Here it is on 2-2. He tries to jam him, and it's fouled away again. So quite the battle right now at the plate. No runs yet for the Demons. 2 hits in the game, one of them being the double by Tyler Smith this inning. Clean ball game with no errors on either side. The Bearcats 3 runs on 4 hits. They shorten Smith's lead at second. Blue delivers. That pitch is in the dirt, and Jordan Cannon again drops down and blocks it. That is a full count now to JP LaGreco.
They're having a pretty long fight here. I mean, it's been back and forth for a while now.
I think the important thing to remember here with 1 out is that if you're Seth Blue, you still need to make a quality pitch. It's better to walk LaGreco in this situation than it is to give him something that he can drive. He comes right after him with a fastball, and it's fouled away again. So if nothing else, LaGreco doing a good job of increasing Seth Blue's pitch count, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, he's had a lot of contact with the ball. It's just been foul balls. But like we said, I mean, contact at all is better than no contact, so. Especially
in this situation. The Bearcats have a deep bullpen, but if you can get into it and get Blue out of the game, and LaGreco will win the battle, he will work the walk. So with 1 out, that will at least set up the double play.
Honestly, for Bearcats, though, I think walking him was probably the safer bet.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Good knowledge of the strike zone there. LaGreco showed that he wasn't willing to chase out of it. The last thing you want to do is just groove a fastball there. So that'll bring up Lenny Kunert with runners on first and second and 1 away. A lot of ways that the Demons could play this right here. If you're Blue, you just need to try and pitch for that ground ball. Try and get out of this inning. First pitch is a fastball at the knees for strike 1.
He's trying, that's for sure.
Good pitch. Expect to see a lot down in the zone right here for Blue.
Austin Stegall averaging 287. Not bad.
0 for 1 today with a fly out to center. This ball is hit to left field, and it's going to get down. That was a very good read by Tyler Smith, and he will come around to score. That ball was a sinking liner in front of Jack Rogers in left field, and Tyler Smith didn't wait to see if it was going to get down. He took off, and that is an RBI single.
That was a great hit.
Absolutely.
I can't lie. I mean, it hurt a little bit. It was a great hit for Northwestern.
And that's going to give us a mound meeting for the Bearcats. So runners on second and first at this point. JP LaGreco, the runner at second. Austin Stegall at first. Tyler Smith came around to score. And after 3 straight hits, the Cats will meet on the mound. We'll take a very brief break, and we will be right back here on the Bearcat Sports Network. So 2 men on and 1 out now. That will be Lenny Kunert at the plate, and he will take strike 1 from Seth Blue on the inside edge. Good pitch. 0-1. So the Demons have gotten on the board here. The Cats put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the third. Northwestern State with a run so far on 2 hits in this inning.
Lenny Kunert, left fielder. He's a junior, averaging .298.
That ball fouled away, so he's down 0-2 now. I think that meeting on the conference, 1, was to talk about how they want to play this defensively, and 2, just to remind Seth Ballou, hey, you got a 2-run lead. Just stay within your game and pitch to get out of this.
Absolutely.
Get a ground ball. Let your team try and roll this up. He does get the ground ball. It's on the ground to McKnight. Flips to second. Throw to first. Not in time. The runner's coming home. Hurts throw. They got him at the plate. They got him at the plate. Your not so typical 4-6-3-2 double play.
Wow.
A heads-up job by Hunter Hearn to come up firing the tag by Jordan Cannon. And Northwestern State gets 1, but it could have been worse. The Bearcats lead it 3-1. We'll be back in just a moment for the bottom of the 4th from Don Sanders Stadium in Huntsville on the Bearcats Sports Network.
All right, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium in Huntsville, Texas with the Bearcat Sports Network. We have Bearcats up to pitch, and we are up here with, well, our next coming up, we have, I'm sorry, the stats just changed on me. Okay, here we go. We have Jackson Lofton up to bat here for the Bearcats. He is a freshman, 0 for 1, and averaging .291. We just had a huge play for the Bearcats before the break, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice unorthodox double play. That pitch right there from Peyton Graham up and in, so the count's even at 1-1. So a slow roller with runners on first and second. Riley McKnight scooped it up, flipped onto short. Throw went to first. It wasn't in time. Hearn alertly threw home to get the runner out at the plate. And now Jackson Lofton will feed off of that momentum a little bit, and he's got himself a leadoff single to left field. Nice piece of hitting.
Absolutely. Now we have someone on first, and I mean, that's all we can ask for is to get these bases loaded. Definitely, Bearcats are not disappointing right now.
Absolutely. So 7-8-9 this inning, it would be huge to grind out a couple at bats. Get yourself some runners for the top of the order. Not even the top of the order. Riley McKnight's on deck. He's been stroking the ball.
Oh, yeah, he's been having a great game and a great night. Now, for Bearcats, we have Luke Repka up to bat. Freshman, averaging .263, and he is 0 for 1.
Promising young freshman. He does swing through a slider right there.
Absolutely. I mean, averaging .250, definitely for a freshman, that's awesome. And 19 at bat. 5 hits, 5 RBIs, so he's definitely moving up.
That pitch in the dirt, 1-1. The count now to Repka. If I'm not mistaken, Luke Repka, just down the road out of the Woodlands, Texas, College Park High School.
Pretty close to home.
Absolutely. check on the runner. Lofkin back in. Yeah, not a bad little trip to come up to Huntsville, go to Sam Houston, play some baseball.
Not a bad life.
Absolutely.
It's getting dark here at Don Sanders Stadium.
Yeah, light's starting to take over officially through those dusk hours. That ball chopped down the first baseline, foul, 1-2. Lofkin will jog back to first. He was moving on contact there.
Got a little wishful, but that's okay, don't we all?
So one thing, the Bearcats have a lot of lefties in their lineup, 5 of them.
They do.
In this starting lineup, and that's really nice because you get that leadoff single, and lefties have that little easier job of being able to pull that ball to the right side, hit behind that runner, and move him up to second base. Repka swings, and that pitch is held onto by Jacob Nunez for strike 3, so 1 away as Repka goes down, and that will bring up Riley McKnight, who got the scoring started last inning for the Bearcats.
Now, up to bat for Bearcats, we have Riley McKnight, senior, who's had a great game, averaging .311. This should definitely be very entertaining.
Tripled and scored last inning. He'll take strike 1 right there from Peyton Graham.
He's 1 for 1 tonight.
It was a big one, too. It was a spark. It was a spark that the Bearcats needed.
Very true. This game has been a total game changer. Like, it's like a whole different team from what we saw earlier.
Yeah, this looks a lot like last night's Bearcats offense.
Which is what we're normally used to seeing.
Absolutely. This team has put up a lot of runs this year.
This morning's game, or this afternoon technically, was not what we normally see. This is what we normally see.
Absolutely. And a much closer game than the score indicates this afternoon. It was a rough first inning. Riley McKnight again down the right field line. That ball is fair. Oh! It's rolled foul.
Oh, we have some angry Bearcat fans in the stadium because that is crazy.
That ball is ruled foul.
I'm sure.
First base umpire James Ainsworth. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He has a view down the line, and we're looking from the box. I thought I saw that ball hit the line.
I mean, I did too. I thought it hit inside and before it went out for sure.
Riley McKnight saying the same thing. I thought I saw some white paint come up off that turf.
Man, Riley McKnight is not happy, and I wouldn't be either. That was a great hit.
Wow.
That's got to be a devastating blow.
I only noticed the call because of how emphatic James Ainsworth was about it. Looking at the ball, I thought that was extra bases for McKnight. So here's the 0-2. He will swing. This one is lifted out to center, and it will be caught by Fontenot out there, so it'll hang up. So Riley McKnight, after apparently missing extra bases, will fly out to center. So make him 1 for 2. And there are 2 gone now with Lofton still at first.
I'll tell you what, that was a bit of a blow for Bearcat fans.
I think so too. I would love to see a replay of that ball.
Yes.
Wow.
This is one time when you just really need to know.
So Lofton at first. At least the lineup rolls over here for Jordan Cannon. There are 2 outs. Cannon swings, lines it to Caleb Rika at shortstop, and that'll be caught. So the inning comes to an uneventful close for the Bearcats, but they do cling to a 2-run lead. It is 3-1, Sam Houston over Northwestern State. 4 innings in the books. We'll be back for the top of the 5th on the Bearcats Sports Network.
All right, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcat Sports Network. Who coming back from a little bit of a blow for us Bearcat fans. We did not take that one lightly.
Riley McKnight narrowly missing extra bases according to James Ainsworth, and the inning comes to a close. That'll bring up 7, 8, 9. Seth Ballou back to work here against Hayden Brown, and he gets ahead 0-1.
Let's see what happens this time. I don't know. Now who knows what will happen now?
I mean, the way baseball goes, I think you expect the Demons to hit a ball at some point down the line this inning, and we'll see what the call is. 1-1. We saw that last game with a couple close plays at first that both went Sam Houston's way, in all fairness, and on a play that I think Northwestern had a right to gripe about earlier, so it evens out. 1-1, the pitch from Ballou misses up and away at 87, ball 2.
Hayden Brown, third baseman, up to bat for Northwestern. He's a junior, averaging .226.
The 2-1 from Ballou misses off the inside edge, 3-1. These Northwestern fans have shown back up.
Oh, yeah.
Sun's gone down. Demons fans have come back out for this nightcap.
How ironic. Just going to throw that out there. 62 at bat.
3-1 pitch. I had a shot to come into the booth.
It really, I'm telling you, it gets me every time.
You're appreciating that net.
I am, and it's like I know it's there, but it still gets me every time.
Love the booth here at Don Sanders, right above that home plate reserve seating section on the concourse. Beautiful view of the turf at Don Sanders Stadium. 3-2 pitch is dropped by Jordan Cannon, but he'll pick it up and flip it onto Hearn, so that'll be a strikeout for Seth Ballou. Got him looking with a fastball.
These have been some really interesting plays.
Yeah.
We are seeing some different stuff this game.
It has. These have been 3 very different games all series long. So one away now as Hayden Brown is retired on the strikeout, and that will bring up catcher Jacob Nunez. He's had a rough go of it at the plate this year. 177 average for Nunez. 5 extra base hits. An on-base percentage at .320.
Averaging 179. 0 for 1.
Grounded out to short, back in the third.
Ooh.
And he will take this one off the end of the barrel, foul towards his own dugout for strike 1.
79 at bat, 9 runs, 14 hits. So not super high numbers, but for the amount of at-bat time he gets, that makes about sense.
Here's the 0-1 from Ballou, inside corner, just off the edge, 1-1. We've got a little Northwestern State fan over here. Gray shirt, white cap. He has not sat down yet this game. He is loving it right above the dugout, first row. Having a lot of fun. This ball chopped towards third and foul, 1-2.
You gotta love the young fans. We had another Bearcat fan who was scissoring over there for he won a prize or something for dancing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Got a Little League team up above the Bearcats dugout as well. Right down at the end there on the first row.
It's always nice to see some possible future Bearcats, the mini versions.
1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Seth Ballou back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. Christina with a little fist bump up here. She's loving it. Ballou with 5 Ks now through 4 2/3. Back-to-back punch-outs to start the top of the 5th. And that will bring up Larson Fontenot, the center fielder. He walked back in the 3rd, so no official at bat yet. Second plate appearance of the day. And Ballou looking to strike out the side. That ball fouled off.
You know how in football they do like a touchdown dance? I have like a baseball dance anytime anything goes good.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where it's like.
It's a little throw your hands up in the air and shimmy kind of move over here.
Absolutely.
I like it. We need more of that here at Don Sanders. Here's the 0-1 showing bunt. Pulls back and that ball hits him on the leg. So he will be aboard.
I mean, they should definitely get a dance for home runs. Got to make it worth it. It's a big deal. Kind of like, I mean, in softball, all the team gets around the home plate when you're coming in, you know,
yeah. Softball.
I feel like there should be more. We should make a big deal about it.
I mean,
I'll make a big deal for them from up here. I know they don't know I'm doing it. Thank God. They don't see
I mean, if you play for Sam Houston at some point, though, don't you just get used to scoring runs? I mean, they definitely act like they've done it a lot before, and they have.
This is fair.
So here's Sam Taylor at the top of the lineup. First pitch misses for ball 1. Fontenot on first after the hit by pitch, 2 outs. Seth Ballou has pitched well to this point. 1 run on 3 hits through 4 2/3. The senior getting a start here. It'll be his last regular season start as a Bearcat, and he's making the most of it. That ball's fouled away. It's 1-1.
Averaging at 311.
So we mentioned that UCA score earlier. Central Arkansas was able to tie that game in the top of the 9th, but Lamar came back in the bottom of the 10th to walk it off and win. So UCA falls to 18-11. And if the Bearcats hold on and win this game, Central Arkansas cannot catch them. The only other team that could would be Southeastern Louisiana, and they are down 3-0 right now in the second inning to Incarnate Word. So this game's shaping up as a must-win for the Bearcats. Sam Taylor fouls off another pitch. The count is 2-2 here.
Well, I am definitely glad that Lamar took that win. Still with Sam Taylor up to bat. He has 34 runs, 60 hits, so definitely some good numbers here.
Sam Taylor has been great out of that leadoff spot. 1 for 2 so far today. Slider from Seth Ballou misses low and in, so the count will run full, and that will mean that Fontenot will get a head start on this pitch. So Taylor will be shooting a gap, try to cut that deficit in half. Cats cling to a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 5th at Don Sanders.
Oh, I know we haven't talked about it much, but Seth is having a really great night.
He really is. I mean, Seth Ballou is pitching very well. 4 2/3 so far. Just 1 earned run on 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, couple of walks. And if you take away that double from Tyler Smith that bounced off the batter's eye, I mean, he's pretty much been lights out. This is a big pitch for him here on 3-2, 2 outs, so it's fouled. Just got a piece of it.
I mean, he's definitely been holding it up for the Bearcats. I mean, because we had a great pitcher, obviously, in the last game, and he has not been disappointing at all. He's been really helping us out.
With the exception of Dominic Robinson's first inning in Game 1 today, Bearcats have gotten some great starting pitching this series. Hayden Wisniewski yesterday pitched well, went deep. We've seen some good relief outings. Nick Mikalogic, Riley Gossett, Stephen Beard. Here's the 3-2, and it's fouled away once again. Some little demons gathering over the dugout. Lots of little Northwestern fans.
They're all ready to catch a ball. They're at their mitts. They're like, come on.
They're enjoying this.
Someone's got to give them one eventually.
Huntsville. How can you not enjoy this stadium? Don Sanders, so beautiful out here in Huntsville.
It is.
Here's the 3-2 again. Chopped towards third, charging in on it. Playing it on the hop is Repka. He's not going to have a play. He'll throw behind the runner at second. But Fontenot's back in there.
Close.
We'll have to see how this one gets scored. It will be an error. So an E5 right there on Repka is going to allow Taylor to reach, and that's not good. The tying run is aboard now with 2 outs for Caleb Rica. Let's not talk about how good he's been. We'll just pretend that his numbers aren't amazing this series.
Kind of like Colton Cowser.
Yeah, kind of like Colton Cowser.
We just don't talk about that.
Some impressive 2-hole hitters in this series between Rica and Cowser. Rica is 0 for 2 today, though. Struck out looking in the first and flied out in the 4th.
He has the highest average on the team, averaging at 314. Super impressive.
That's what Seth Ballou wants to hear right now. That fastball misses up for ball 1.
But, I mean, Seth Ballou is great, and he can definitely take them. I think they both know that. Caleb also has 204 at bat.
That ball fouled away. 1-1 the count now.
You see the little demon fans are they're going
all went running.
They're like, it went over their heads.
These kids want a foul ball. They do. If we had one in the booth, I'd take it down there. We don't because of the net.
Thank goodness for the net. If it wasn't for the net, they'd probably hear me scream right now because the ball hit the
game
window.
from under a desk. It's fine. 1-1 pitch, a nice slider from Ballou to make it 1-2, and he's got the Demons on the ropes here. This is going to be a big at-bat early in this game.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. Caleb Rica is a great player, and when you have 2 great players who are working with each other, it's always hard.
We have seen some battles. Seth Ballou here in just the 5th inning. That pitch count up to 83 now. That pitch is low, gets away. Runners will not advance. Jordan Cannon finds it quickly. So a lot of twos up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Caleb Rica, the number 2 hitter, wearing number 2. I'll stop.
Oh no, just keep going.
That's all I had. It's fine. A 2-run lead for the Bearcats.
Should we go back to TaylorMade?
Oh, no, we don't need to talk about that. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, but it gets away from Jordan Cannon. So Caleb Rica is going to reach despite the strikeout. And just an odd play there. I don't know if Cannon and Blue got crossed up on that pitch or what, but a swing and a miss and a ball that just went right by Jordan Cannon's glove.
But you can tell that they know. They had a little powwow to figure that out. Oh, and coach is coming out too.
I think it looked so weird. Matt Degg's maybe questioning whether that ball was foul. It was not. It was a clear signal from Ron Teague that it was a drop third strike. So some unfortunate luck here, and that's going to load the bases full of Demons for none other than Tyler Smith, who's had a big hit in every game so far this series.
Yeah, that doesn't look too comforting for Bearcat fans, but you never know.
So lefty on lefty here as Ballou delivers to Smith, and the first pitch is lifted left field. Should be playable for Rogers. He's in his tracks. He makes the catch. Seth Ballou works out of trouble. The Demons leave the bases loaded. Bearcat fans expressing their thankfulness for that inning. Bases full of Demons and a fly out to left will end it 3-1. Cats lead it. We'll be back right now on the Bearcat Sports Network for the bottom of the 5th.
And we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcat Sports Network. We are at the bottom of the
5th inning.
I
don't know why this inning is tripping both of us up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like all of a sudden I could not see clearly. I guess I've been wearing my contacts for too long. Got a little blurry on me, but we are at the bottom of the 5th. We have Bearcats up to bat.
And Colton Kauser standing in. He has an 0-1 count. Now it's 0-2. Nice pitch right there at 88 on the inside edge from Peyton Graham. Cats need to get something going. 3 runs doesn't feel like enough in this game.
Oh, no. And here we are again with Colton Kauser, who's just too good for words at this point.
I know we've been talking about him all night. That ball was fouled. Nice job on the slider. But again, he's 1 for 1. He's been on base twice. He walked. He singled and scored in the 3rd. I mean, every time we look up, it feels like Colton Kauser is somewhere on the base paths doing something well.
Exactly. I mean, he's averaging .366, which is 2nd on the Bearcat baseball team. I mean, outstanding. 205 at bat.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. That misses badly in the other batter's box. So Kauser 2-2. And again, we have seen the Demons show him so much respect. Everything we're talking about in this series, he has done while being pitched around for the most part.
Absolutely. 76 hits, 49 runs, and 53 RBI.
That ball fouled off the net, 2-2.
Thank goodness for that net, yet again.
One of my favorite stats for Calzer is those 25 walks, almost as much as his 28 strikeouts. And to see that kind of discipline from a freshman, yeah, to know that guys aren't going to come right at you and take your walks when they give them to you is impressive.
25 walks, yeah, he has the most on the team.
He will strike out swinging there, though. Nice pitch on the inside edge from Peyton Graham. So down goes Calzer for the first out, and that'll bring up Clayton Harp, 1 for 2 on the day.
Clayton Harp, center fielder for the Bearcats, not also a senior, but a senior, averaging .327 and .205 at bat as well.
A lot of playing time. Calzer, Harp, and Hearn pretty much been the most consistent starters on this team.
Oh, yeah.
That pitch, slider off the outside edge for ball 1. Calzer and Hearn, the only players to start all 53, now 54 games of the season for the Bearcats. Clayton Harp just behind them with his 51st start, and you see why. Clayton Harp, we've seen him send a lot of infielders to the turf.
Oh, yeah.
That ball's past a diving Sam Taylor at second base into right field for a hit.
Always missing it just by that smidge, just enough for him to keep going.
Clayton Harp is just so good at finding the holes out there. He shoots to the gaps so well.
It's crazy.
And he's aboard for Hunter Hearn.
Now, Hunter Hearn, first baseman, senior, who averages at .329 with .216 at bat, and he is 1 for 1.
51st start of the year for Hearn, very consistent. First baseman, DH, he can play some outfield, very athletic kid.
Absolutely.
Standing here in the cleanup spot, first pitch swinging, lifts it to right field. That ball's going to hang up though and be caught out there on right. Harp will bluff a tag, and he'll return to first, so 2 down. So that ball was an easy job for Tyler Smith. So Jack Rogers now, the sophomore, getting the start in left field. Struck out in the second, walked in the third.
Now we have Jack Rogers up to bat for the Bearcats. Sophomore, who's averaging at .308 and has an at-bat of 185.
Some good playing time this year for Jack Rogers as a sophomore. This will be a face and a name that Bearcat fans get to know consistently next season for sure as a junior. First, a check on Clayton Harp over at first.
Rogers is 0 for 1.
Harp, 10 stolen bases attempts on the year, 7 successful. He's been caught 3 times. That's a good percentage. We'll see if he's on the move here with 2 outs. Another throw over.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Northwestern State has not had an issue. They have not been tentative throwing over. Clayton Harp back out to his lead. Kind of got stared down right there by Peyton Graham.
They've had a lot of that.
And there's another throw.
Oh, yeah. This has been like every time. There's always, especially at the first base. Always.
I love the way that Clayton Harp is immediately just popping up and getting right back out there. Barely even waiting for that throw back. Here's the first pitch. And misses low to Rogers, so 1-0. I'd be willing to bet that Harp will be on the move at some point during this at-bat.
Oh, definitely.
Might as well try and get in a scoring position. Worst case scenario, he gets thrown out and you have a good hitter and Jack Rogers lead off next inning.
I mean, he's got 40 runs and 57 hits, so it would not be surprising.
Rogers, a big swing. We've seen him take some huge cuts, too, today. Mm-hmm. Early in counts, and I like that.
8 home runs this season. 29 RBI.
Have to turn it on if he wants to get to those double digits.
Very true, because he doesn't have a whole lot of opportunity left.
He does not.
But maybe he could do it in this game.
Be nice to see number 9 right here.
Oh, yeah.
There goes Harp. He is on the move. Pitches a called strike, and he is gunned down at second.
I kind of thought he might have been safe. They kind of tripped up on the ball there for a second.
A little bit. Short hop throw, but a nice pick and tag out there by Rika, and Nunez guns down Hart, but no worries. Jack Rogers will lead it off next inning. We are through 5. 1 run on 3 hits for the Demons. 3 runs on 6 hits for your Bearcats and an error. No one left on that inning. We will be back for the top of the 6th right after this on the Bearcats Sports Network. Beautiful Don Sanders Stadium, the crown jewel of the Southland Conference, as it's called. We're here in Huntsville for the top of the sixth. Bearcats leading 3-1 over the Northwestern State Demons. Seth Ballou back to work to face 4, 5, and 6. And it'll be J.P. LaGreco, the senior DH, standing in.
Looks like I just scared Tyler there because they were playing deep in the heart of Texas, and I got a little too into it.
You got very excited. You have been dancing for a lot of things. Strike one there from Ballou. A lot of good things on the field, which I support. Dancing for deep in the heart of Texas.
You know what? You gotta have support.
Hey, I'm sure our listeners love it.
Not only am I announcing, but I'm a cheerleader clearly dancing when all these things happen for them.
Absolutely, keeping the energy up in the booth. Ballou misses there inside. It's 1-1.
Speaking of energy, both teams have done a great job holding up their energy considering they had a doubleheader today and senior day for Sam Bearcats. So, I mean, it's been a long day for them.
Absolutely.
But it does not show. If anything, honestly, they stepped it up this second game, both teams.
1-2 the count. Ballou comes set and deals. That ball laced back up the middle. LaGreco will be on. He'll take a big turnaround first, and he will hold up there as Clayton Harp gets it back in. So some leadoff base runners here for the Demons as they try and claw their way back into this 3-1 ball game.
LaGreco thought he might make it to second, but he stopped there at first. Now we have number 14, Austin Stegall, up to bat for Northwestern. He is a senior who averages at .289.
Ballou comes set, takes a glance over at LaGreco, kicks and deals to Stegall. First pitch, shooting for that outside corner, but it misses low for ball 1.
Stegall is 1 for 2. It's so intense, even the audience got pretty quiet.
It did.
That happened in earlier today's game. It happened there too, and I'm gonna just tell you, when the audience gets quiet, that is something else. You're not used to it being quiet in a stadium.
No, you can definitely tell. This crowd has been lively all night, but everyone's starting to feel this is a big at-bat right here. Ballou deals on 2-0, and he does find the strike zone. 2-1 now to Stegall. 1 for 2 on the day. Flew out to center field back in the second inning, had an RBI single in the fourth. The sole RBI today. Here's the 2-1. That ball lifted to center, and he will fly out again. Clayton Harp is underneath it, makes the catch, and that's a big first out as that runner does not advance. So 1 away. LaGreco stays at first, and that will bring up Lenny Kunert, the junior, 0 for 2.
Yep, Lenny Kunert, number 3 up to bat with an average of 300. So pretty good, especially for this team. At to bat, 140. At bat, sorry. Had a little tongue twist there.
First pitch from Ballou, fastball at 86 off the outside edge.
Kunert is 0 for 2 today.
That pitch will miss in. Seth Ballou getting close to 100 pitches. That was number 98. Starting to miss around the zone. Maybe laboring just a little bit here. He's gotten through 5 1/3. There is action in the Bearcats bullpen. We'll see how much longer Deggs will stick with his senior starter. Ballou hoping to finish off strong. He's turned in a nice performance here on senior night, but he's now fallen behind Kunert 3-0 to begin this at bat.
He's definitely proven himself this game for sure. Not to say that he hadn't before, but specifically in this game, he has had a really good night.
3-0, and he's able to get back in the zone. 3-1. Ballou came into this game 2-4, an ERA above 7, so he has struggled his senior year, but he has stepped up tonight when it's mattered. He has pitched well in a tight game. Definite pitcher's duel as we work here in the 6th. That ball lifted to right field in his tracks is Kowser. He's got it. There are 2 gone now. So after the leadoff single, a couple of flyouts have worked for Ballou. And it'll be up to Hayden Brown now to see what he can do with 2 away.
Hayden Brown, the third baseman for Northwestern, is a junior who averages .226 and has 0 for 2 for tonight.
Couple of strikeouts, swinging in the second and looking in the fifth. So 2 of Ballew's 6 Ks are right here, and we will get time. There'll be a quick mound visit. We'll let the Bearcats talk it over. We will have a pitching change. Looks like a right-hander coming in. We will introduce him and tell you about him when we come back on the Bearcats Sports Network.
All right, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcats Sports Network. I'm Christina Krastamatis, and here with me I have Tyler Josephson. We are at the top of the 6th inning, and we have Hayden Brown up to bat for Northwestern State. Did we have a pitcher change for Bearcats?
We did. Brown is down 0-1 right now to Cody Wolf, the right-hander who delivers. This ball is skied to right field. Kauser on the run coming in. Lays out in foul territory and makes the catch.
Oh!
Full extension in foul ground, and the inning will come to an exciting end. That even has some Demons fans cheering for Colton Kauser. Sports Center, where you at? Colton Kauser jogging off the field, so we will give you Cody Wolf's numbers the next half inning when we return. What a play.
All the Bearcats are on their feet. I mean, this was something else.
And if Colton Kauser hasn't done enough at the plate, there he is in the field. So that'll do it. The Demons blanked at the top of the 6th. We'll be back on the Bearcat Sports Network. So we are back for the bottom of the 6th here at Don Sanders Stadium. Your Bearcats leading the Demons 3-1. And the last inning ended with some excitement. Colton Kauser absolutely laying out in foul territory to make a catch. And it'll now be Peyton Graham back to work as he delivers a slider on the outside edge for a strike. And Jack Rogers is down 0-1.
As if we don't have enough to talk about for Colton Kauser, but we will not be forgetting that one for a while.
Absolutely not. Weak roller down the third baseline, and Northwestern State will let that roll foul, 0-2.
Jack Rogers is averaging at 308, and he is 0 for 1 today.
He struck out in the second. He walked in the third, but first base was as far as he would get. I'm not over Kauser's play. That was a gem.
I'm really hoping somebody got that on video somewhere. Like, that needs to be...
That was impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Did you catch that play, Mason? Our camera guy, Mason Gonzalez. He's done a nice job for us this whole series. 0-2 pitch, Jack Rogers swinging and missing, and he'll go down. A strikeout for Peyton Graham, his third, as he continues to work here, trying to keep this deficit right where it's at. And there's one gone now for Jackson Grisham, the senior, 0 for 2 on the day.
Jackson Grisham averaging 259.
First pitch, a fastball on the inside corner from Graham, and he gets ahead 0-1. I think that's the groans from the Bearcat faithful about that call. Not much for a protest from Grisham. Not a bad pitch.
Oh, yeah, I hear him. They must be pretty angry for us to be able to hear them all the way in the booth.
We said it early. It settled down, but Ron Teague has been taking it from both sides all night back behind the plate. He's had a rough game.
I feel like that's fairly common, though.
Oh, yeah. That ball is chopped foul, so an 0-2 count. Peyton Graham getting aggressive here on the mound. Just past the 30-pitch mark out of the pen. Northwestern State has used 4 pitchers so far today. They do have someone warming in their bullpen. Grisham stands in, takes ball 1 outside, 1-2 the count. Off-speed pitch at 80 off the corner.
Grisham has 15 hits and 4 runs, so not some super big numbers, but he has 11 walks. That's pretty impressive.
11 walks here and 60 at-bats. He's got a good eye at the plate. And he will use it there, 2-2 the count now. Grisham stands in the left-handed box, an open stance. Closes it off. We mentioned earlier, 15 hits this year, all singles for Jackson Grisham. No extra base hits on the year. That average at 250, that on-base percentage at 410, but he will swing and miss here. So back-to-back Ks from Peyton Graham to start the inning. And there are 2 gone for the Bearcats in the home half of the 6th. That'll bring up Jackson Lofton, the freshman, 1 for 2 on the day.
Number 7, Jackson Lofton, averaging 294. So very impressive. At bat 85. For a freshman, that's a lot.
Generally, yes. On this team, Jackson Lofton hasn't seen the playing time that other freshmen have. Strike on the big curveball from Peyton Graham. That just goes to show you how good this Bearcats team is going to be for years to come. We talked about the seniors that are graduating, but let's highlight those freshmen that are still here. That ball is chopped in front of the plate. Nunez has a nice job out of the crouch and a strong throw to get the speedy Lofton. So a 1-2-3 inning from Peyton Graham with a couple of strikeouts keeps the Cats off the board. We're 2/3 of the way through. We'll be back for the top of the 7th with SHSU clinging to a 3-1 lead here on the Bearcats Sports Network.
Alrighty, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcat Sports Network.
Top of the 7th, Cody Wolf, the reliever, on to work as that first pitch is fouled off back onto that hill down the first baseline. It's Cody Wolf, 2-1 on the year with a save, 45 2/3 innings pitched, ERA at 4.73, but a good whip right at 1.2, just shy of 1.3, 49 hits allowed, 8 walks and 38 strikeouts in that time. Wolf deals here on 0-1 and misses outside, counts even 1-1.
Yep, and look at those little mini Northwestern Demon fans are over there all waiting to get the ball. They almost want to run on top of the dugout to go get that ball that went right past.
They do. 1-2 the count now from Cody Wolf.
Let's see if he's going to throw it to them. That's too cute.
A lot of little purple hats down there.
Yeah, all of our little Sam kids they're kind of just staying in their seats, but...
Yeah. 2-2 the count now. Slider missed away. Cody Wolf kicks and deals and misses, so it's a full count to Jacob Nunez, the senior catcher in the 8 spot. Larson Fontenot, the center fielder, on deck. Wolf, the full count offer, and this ball is popped up on the infield. It'll be Lofton calling for it in shallow left, and the freshman shortstop makes the catch, so there's one away here in the 7th.
That was a nice catch, and good for us, definitely. We don't want to risk getting too many bases loaded.
No, absolutely. With a 2-run lead, anyone that gets on brings the tying run to the plate. So crunch time for this Bearcats bullpen.
Absolutely. Now we have Larson Fontenot up to bat for the Northwestern Demons.
He takes a slider on the first pitch from Cody Wolf for a strike.
Averaging .268, and he's 0 for 0.
No official at bat. He has walked and been hit by a pitch, so he's reached twice. This one skied into shallow center. Coming on and into a slide is Clayton Hart. He will make the catch right in between Ryder McKnight and Colton Cowser, and a nice job by Hart coming in.
We really are just having these fancy catches tonight. That was awesome.
Bearcats defense really backing up their pitchers today, and that's 2 quick outs here in the 7th.
I did my little cool dance there because that was worthy of a cool dance.
You did. I wish everyone else could see it.
I know. Well, I don't know that I wish everyone else could see it.
I know that. Sam Taylor standing in here with 2 outs. Cody Wolf back to work quickly to the top of the order, and another first pitch breaking ball for strike 1. So the Cats cling to a 3-1 lead, with UCA losing. That ball bounces in and skips off of Jordan Cannon.
Sam Taylor with a .311 average. Definitely a good one.
Taylor waits on the 1-1. Fastball misses up and in. So with UCA losing to Lamar, they lost 3-2 on a walk-off in the 10th. Southeastern Louisiana right now is trailing UIW 4-0 in the 4th. Here's the 2-1. That pitch, a fastball on the inside edge, ruled strike 2. And with the Bearcats winning this game, if they hold on, and if Southeastern does indeed lose, that will do it, and the Bearcats will clinch the regular season championship tonight. That 2-2 pitch fouled off the net, so Taylor stays alive to see another one.
That would really make the Bearcats' day, I'm sure.
Absolutely. This would be a huge series to be able to take 2 out of 3 from the Demons at home, finish off. Got him looking! Cody Wolf, a fastball on the inside edge, and down goes Sam Taylor. So a 1-2-3 inning, and this Bearcats bullpen has been good all weekend long. Cody Wolf is no exception. We've reached the 7th inning stretch here in Huntsville. We will be back with the Sam Houston State University Cats on top of the Demons, 3-1 on the Bearcat Sports Network. Back here on the Bearcats Sports Network, freshman Diego Davila leads it off for the Cats. He takes ball 1 down below the knees. New pitcher for Northwestern State, the southpaw Tyler Piggott. 5-1 record, 3 saves, 21 in the third innings pitched. He delivers a strike there and the count evens up at 1-1 now. 20 hits allowed in those 21 in the third innings, 25 strikeouts. He's allowed 6 doubles, no home runs against him, and he throws a changeup off the outside edge and gets Davila swinging. 1-2 now. Kicks and deals, working quickly. That pitch, inside edge, a late strike call from Ron Teague behind the plate. Diego Davila didn't think so, but he gets rung up. And there is one away, a quick out here. And that will bring up Riley McKnight. The senior hitting at a .313 clip. 1 for 2 so far in this one. Tripled earlier, just missed extra bases before popping out in his last at bat. First pitch to him is a changeup in there for strike 1. That pitch bounced in there, 1-1. That gets a piece of Jacob Nunez and catcher home plate umpire Ron Teague. It'll be 2-3-4 due up in the top of the 8th for Northwestern State. A 1-1 delivery to McKnight, swings over the top of it, and it's 1-2.
Riley McKnight has had quite a game today, or really just quite a season.
He has tripled and scored back in the third inning. Flew out in the 4th. Here he is squaring to bunt.
Ooh. It was a good try.
Appeal down to first. He pulls back, so the count's 2-2.
Averaging .311 and being 1 for 2.
That pitch, a fastball just below the knees. Good take by McKnight. So that will load the count. And Tyler Piggott is going to need to attack him. Don't want to give the speedster a free pass for the top of the order. 3-2 pitch chopped foul towards the Cats dugout, so we'll tee it up and do it again.
Just like I was saying, I mean, a tight game. 3-1. Can't say I'm surprised, though. It's 2 really great teams, and they both know how important it is, so.
Swing and a miss by McKnight. Fastball off the outside edge gets him. So that'll be the second out. In the bottom of the order, providing little resistance. It'll roll over now for Jordan Cannon. 0 for 3 on the day, but that .371 average, the team lead. We'll see if he can turn it around.
There was a lot of excitement from the Demon fans. Probably because they know that McKnight is good and they didn't want to see him go anywhere.
I'm sure they also know that Sam Houston scores a lot of runs in the late innings, so it's big to get through this. Jordan Cannon unloads on one. That ball deep to left field, running out of room, and that ball is gone.
Home run!
Jordan Cannon, first pitch swinging at a pitch at his knees, and he lifts it and elevates, and the Cats' lead swells to 4-1.
What a hit. I mean, the stadium is on its feet.
There's those late inning runs that we were talking about. The Cats can strike quick. Jordan Cannon.
Maybe you're the one who has the telepathy with the players.
4th home run of the year for Cannon, and it comes at a good time. He provides a little insurance for the Bearcats. And that brings up who other than Colton Cowser.
Does it get any better for the Bearcats at this point?
If Cowser goes back-to-back with Jordan Cannon, yes it does. That
One
first
can
pitch is a
only
strike.
hope.
Tyler Piggott goes with an off-speed pitch to get ahead of Cowser. I don't think he wanted to see his fastball laced over the wall again. Goes with the heater but misses low, so 1-1. That was a nice swing by Jordan Cannon on a fastball at the knees.
Absolutely. That was just what Bearcat fans needed.
Absolutely. 1-1 the pitch now. Cowser lays off a pitch that misses low, 2-1.
Cowser is 1 for 2 and averaging at .367.
curveball finds the zone. Slow curve at 69, 2-2 now. Lefty on lefty here.
Oh!
And Calza gets under that one. He'll lift it to center field. Fontenot in his tracks will make the play. But one run on one hit, and it was a loud one. Jordan Cannon unloads. And the senior catcher on senior night picks up the long ball. It is 4-1 Sam Houston. Northwestern will be down to their final 6 outs. We'll be back for the top of the 8th on the Bearcats Sports Network.
Alrighty, and we are back here at Don Sanders Stadium with Bearcats Sports Network. It is dark, but we are lit up by these lights, and they are at it. We have the Northwestern Demons up to bat.
It'll be Caleb Rica, 2-3-4 to get it started. Cody Wolf still working. He's thrown an inning and a third, and he will get ahead with a curveball right there. Working with a 3-run lead after Jordan Cannon went yard in the last half inning. That fastball spiked in the dirt at 85, 1-1.
And as we know, Caleb Rica is definitely one of the best players on this team.
Absolutely.
He's had a great night.
The 0-1 pitch, line to second base, and a nice sliding grab by Riley McKnight, one away.
What a catch.
Rica's been good all series. He has been kept off base here in Game 2, and that's been a big reason why this Demons offense hasn't ignited yet.
You can tell he was not happy about that call walking back to the dugout. Or not the call, but just what happened, yeah.
Top 3 in this order, just 2 for 11 today for the Demons. And we will have a pitching change for the Bearcats. So Cody Wolf will work an inning and 2/3 of scoreless baseball. He will pick up a strikeout, a nice job out of the pen, and we will be right back to tell you about the new arm for Sam Houston State on the Bearcat Sports Network.
All right, and we are back with Bearcat Sports Network here at Don Sanders Stadium.
Stephen Beard, the lefty into pitch. We saw him in game one. He will work here to Tyler Smith. Ball one, missing high with an off-speed pitch. Beard threw in game one of the doubleheader today, and he is back on the mound now here in game two. Misses with a fastball, so he's behind 2-0. That ball is laced out towards right center field. It is deep. Backing on it, Clayton Harp up
nice
against
catch.
the wall, and he will make the play. Tyler Smith, who already doubled off the batter's eye, missed a home run there by a few feet. And 2 outs and a little sigh of relief for Stephen Beard and the Bearcats dugout.
I think we should do the last of the game, then I'm going to change the ball.
Ooh,
There is some jawing right now between Jordan Cannon and Stephen Beard.
some
We are back here on the Bearcat Sports Network, and it is Cole Wesneski, the right-hander, taking over with the bases empty and 2 outs. Younger brother, sophomore of Hayden Wesneski, yesterday's starting pitcher that picked up the win in game one of this series. Cole enters 0-1. He's thrown 27 2/3 innings this year. Whip right around 1.3. 13 walks and 13 strikeouts, 8 earned runs over that span, and he will get the ball here. The Demons trail by 3, and they are down to their final 4 outs, and he will be facing J.P. LaGreco, the designated hitter for Northwestern.
This is pretty cool that both brothers play on the same team. I mean, I wonder how they feel about that, but that is pretty cool, and the same position, or at least mainly the same position.
So I spoke with Hayden Wesneski at the start of the year. He loves having Cole here. So do the guys. Cole Wesneski, a great talent. Hayden the same. Hayden a junior and Cole a sophomore. And he will get to work here. He has not seen a ton of time on the mound this inning, but pushing 30 innings.
Definitely not bad.
No, not at all. His first year with the Bearcats, and he will have the task of facing 4, 5, and 6 in this lineup.
Absolutely.
J.P. LaGreco standing in. First pitch, a nasty slider from Wesneski. Cole Wesneski, that is, and it's 0-1.
LaGreco is 1 for 2 and averaging at 208.
He's been on base twice today with a walk and a single. Another nasty slider, and it's quickly 0-2 to LaGreco.
Cole is definitely he's off to a good start.
That might be the worst swing we've seen someone take in this series. He got fooled right there
Definitely.
by Cole Wesneski. 0-2 fastball. Thought it got him. Dugout and fans. There's a lot of umpires in this stadium that thought that was strike 3. Ron Teague was not one of them. 1-2
really
the count
surprised.
now. Yeah.
Honestly.
Here's the 1-2 fastball laced back up the middle. So a nice piece of 2-strike hitting by J.P. LaGreco keeps the inning alive now for Austin Stegall.
Austin Stegall is a senior, and he averages at 290. He is 1 for 3 tonight.
Cole back on the mound. That ball is laced into left field, and the Demons have some life around second, but holding there is LaGreco. So some ambush tactics. First pitch swinging by Stegall, and suddenly the tying run is coming to the plate in the form of Lenny Kunert.
Davila almost caught that when it was thrown out there. He just barely missed it.
Splitting that 5-6 hole out there. Nice piece of hitting by Stegall. And the Demons, with 4 outs to play with, are trying to come back to life here. A run on 6 hits, 2 of them coming with 2 outs this inning. And that ball is hit deep. Darian Sims, the left fielder, backing up. That ball is gone.
Oh, no.
Lenny Kunert fired up. That is a game-tying bomb for the Northwestern State. Here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. They did it all on 2 outs, back-to-back singles. And now a game-tying home run for Lenny Kunert.
Man, the Demons could not be happier. Their fans are on their feet screaming, and there's not even that many of them, and they sound just as loud as the Bearcats fans do. I mean, come on, that was awesome for them.
What a time for Kunert's second bomb of the year.
You can tell now they're ready.
And we will have a pinch hitter enter the game now for Hayden Brown. It will be Jeffrey Elkins, who has gotten the start in the first 2 games. He will enter as a pinch hitter here. And what a backbreaker. Cole Wesneski came in, immediately got to an 0-2 count, threw a pitch that looked close to strike 3, and then it unraveled. The wheels came off. Single, home run. I mentioned Darian Sims was the one that went back on that. He is the new left fielder for Sam Houston. First pitch slider to Elkins, misses in the dirt.
Oh. I feel like the tensions are even higher now than ever. I mean, now that we're tied, and in the last inning and a half.
Absolutely. Strategy changes here for the Bearcats, especially. Wesneski at 91 miles an hour, good velocity on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Pitch away from hopefully getting out of this. That slider kicks away. 2-2 from Cole. Jeffrey Elkins standing in, waiting on the 2-2. Outside corner, and it misses. Another close pitch. Count runs full.
Oh.
3-2 pitch, and Elkins fouls it off his own foot. He'll walk it off for a minute.
I was going to say, it looks like he hit himself.
Yeah, he did, right off that front leg. So down to the wire. The Bearcats are going to have to find some magic. Got him looking! So Cole Wesneski bounces back, and it may have been a batter too late, but better late than never as he gets the backwards K. But 3 straight 2-out hits and a game-tying home run from Lenny Kunert. And all of a sudden, it's a brand new ball game in Huntsville, 4-4. Bearcats, Demons will be back for the home 8th on the Bearcats Sports Network. So after the Demons tied it up in the top of the 8th, it'll be 3-4-5. And what better opportunity for the Bearcats to try and get back on top here in this 4-4 ball game. All knotted up, 4 runs and 7 hits for each side. It'll be Clayton Harp, Hunter Hearn, and the defensive replacement Darian Sims to bat this inning, and Harp will stand in 2 for 3 on the day, looking to make it 3 for 4.
Clayton Harp has had a really great day, averaging 327.
Whoa! And a hard hit line drive to first base. That ball was scorched, and a very nice play over there by Austin Stegall as new right-handed pitcher Jose Vasquez throws one pitch and gets one out. Vasquez taking over for the Demons, a 2-1 record, 2 saves, 19 innings pitched after that out, 24 hits allowed, 14 earned runs for a 6.63 ERA. Doesn't walk a lot of guys though, 23 Ks to 4 walks, a very good strikeout to walk ratio. And he will face Hunter Hearn. Hopefully he can run into one here for the Bearcats. Slider misses high for ball 1.
Hunter Hearn, a senior, is 1 for 2 today and averaging at 330.
Vasquez on the mound, a senior as well, so senior on senior battle here at senior night at Don Sanders Stadium. A large group, 12 Bearcats recognized before this game. Here's the 1-0. That slider misses on the inside corner, 2-0. A fantastic senior day celebration before the game. If you missed it, there's a video on Facebook from the Houstonian. Go check that out. 12 Bearcats graduating from this program, but not before they'll make a run at the Southland Conference Tournament next week in Sugar Land. Here's the 2-0, and Hearn chops it foul, 2-1.
To imagine losing 12 of your players and 5 being starters, I mean, that's a big deal. But not to say that we don't have a lot of really good freshmen that are working their way up and honestly are some of the best on the team, so we have a lot of time there.
Absolutely. Diego Davila, Jackson Lofton, Luke Repka.
Colton Kauser.
Absolutely.
That just goes without saying.
Of course. 2-1, Hearn swings through that one as he tried to unload on that 89-mile-an-hour fastball and came up empty, 2-2. And why not in this situation? You should be swinging for extra bases, and that's what Hearn did right there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, at this point, it is pretty intense.
2-2 pitch from Vasquez. Hearn laces that one down the left field line. That's going to get down for extra bases.
Oh!
It'll two-hop the wall. Hearn around first. He will coast into second. And that is a big one-out hit. Deep in the count from Hunter Hearn. And now the speedy Darian Sims.
Hey,
He will head back into the dugout. It will be Gavin Johnson as the pinch hitter.
Hunter Hearn did a little bit of an exciting dance there when he made it to second base.
He did.
So did I. So, I mean, maybe he finally caught the vibe that I'm trying to give, that you should really get that celebration dance going. I know you're so done with me. It's okay. I can imagine so.
A one-out base runner, and Hearn puts himself in scoring position. So Darian Sims, who came in to play left field, his night is over. And the senior Gavin Johnson will grab a bat, and he will hit in this situation with one out. Lefty at the plate, lefty on deck in the form of Jackson Grisham. And the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th stands at second. Worth noting, looking around the conference, that Southeastern trails Incarnate Word right now 4-0 in the top of the 6th inning. A Bearcats win and a Lions loss will seal the conference. Gavin Johnson's going to be intentionally walked. He wasn't thrilled about it. He wanted to swing the bat.
Oh, yeah, he did not look happy about that.
But he's aboard first and second and one out. So Northwestern decides to face Jackson Grisham instead, and they've set up the double play ball here. Jackson Lofton is scheduled to hit next. We will see if he's the one that indeed has a bat.
For right now, we have Jackson Grisham up to bat, who is DH. He's a senior, averaging .259, and he is 0 for 3 tonight. It's so funny that we have 2 Jacksons back-to-back.
Names spelled very differently.
Yes, very differently indeed.
First pitch from Vasquez is a changeup that finds the strike zone, 0-1. And we will get a pinch runner here from Gavin Johnson. That will be That will be Eric Bonnert, the sophomore, entering the game.
Funny that they walked him, but then we switched him out, so
Feels like a spring training game with these substitutions for the Bearcats, and this is
they really have.
something that fans have become accustomed to with Matt Deggs late in close games. He will play all kinds of matchups defensively, on the bases, at the plate, lefty-righty.
Gotta do what you gotta do at this point, especially with how close it is.
Oh, absolutely. And Matt Deggs has a very deep bench. He has a lot of options to go to. So the 0-1 pitch now. Grisham swings and comes up empty. Foul ball 0-2.
I think he thought he had that one. Can't blame him, though.
So with Eric Bonnert in the game, the idea is that he can get an aggressive lead and hopefully break up a double play.
He has no doubles or triples, but 15 hits and 4 runs.
This
Ooh!
ball is lifted to right field. Backing on it is Smith. He will have room on the track, but Hearn will tag and he will advance to third here with 2 outs. Jackson Grisham nearly got a hold of that one for a 3-run shot of his own. Died in front of the wall, so 2 away, but that go-ahead run 90 feet away for freshman Jackson Lofton.
Make that 16 hits now.
And what a situation here for the freshman.
Now we switch to the second Jackson Lofton, freshman, who's averaging at .295 and is 1 for 3 tonight.
Northwestern's going to want to take a minute and talk about how they want to approach this, so we will take a break with them, and we'll be back on the flip side of this mound visit in just a minute on the Bearcat Sports Network. So the visit for Northwestern State is done. Mound conference is over. Let's set the stage. If you're just joining us on the Bearcat Sports Network, you picked a good time. We welcome you in. 4-4, bottom of the 8th at Don Sanders. Hunter Hearn on third, Eric Bonnert on first, 2 away, and the freshman Jackson Lofton in the box, trying to get that go-ahead run home. Jose Vasquez on the mound for the Demons delivers a slider for strike 1.
Lofton is a freshman, but he has had a great season so far, and honestly a really great game this last weekend.
A must-win game for the Bearcats.
Ooh.
That ball is chopped high to the mound. Fielded by Vasquez. Quick throw to first, and he gets Lofton by a step. That's a nice play. Vasquez and Nunez coming off the field fired up, and here comes that Demons dugout fired up. This game will remain tied as we head to the 9th. We will be back deadlocked at 4 apiece in Huntsville on the Bearcat Sports Network. We are back here on the Bearcat Sports Network. We are deadlocked at 4 in the top of the 9th. Cole Wisniewski on the mound for the Bearcats, and he will face catcher Jacob Nunez to lead it off. An eventful top of the 8th. Bearcats had a 4-1 lead for most of the game, and then it was tied up on a 3-run shot by Lenny Kunert, and suddenly we are tied. Swing and a miss right there by Nunez. A big cut. Comes up empty. 1-1 the count now for Cole Wisniewski.
34, Jacob Nunez is a senior. He's averaging 179, and he is 0 for 3 tonight.
Takes a slider there for a strike. Nunez has scuffled with the bat. Tonight's been no different. He has made his impact defensively, though. Behind the plate, that ball, and there it is. That's going to be a hit into right field down the first base line. Kauser will play it quickly and get it back in. But Jacob Nunez, that deceiving 173 average, he shoots it the other way, and that's a leadoff base runner for the Demons. And I can bet you almost anything that Larson Fontenot coming up will attempt to bunt him over to second. We may get a pinch runner here. Time has been called by the Demons dugout. And we will get a pinch runner. That will be Cameron Taylor, a sophomore left-handed pitcher, grabbing a helmet and running for the Demons. And hey, if you're quick, you're quick. Speed never slumps.
That's very true, especially here.
So we'll see. Bearcats expect the bunt. Everyone expected the bunt, but it's popped up.
Oh.
And that's a huge play. Fontenot unable to get it down as he pops it up to Hunter Hearn. So an out recorded and no advancement for the Demons. That's a big out. And now it's going to be a battle for Cole Wisniewski facing the top of the lineup. Sam Taylor coming up.
Sam Taylor's had quite a night and a weekend. He is a senior who is 1 for 4 today and averages at 310.
Taylor, first pitch slider, gets him out in front. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Cole has pitched in reverse most of the night. Sliders early, fastballs late in the count.
This seems to be like his signature move for tonight, which has been working for him definitely.
With the exception of that string of 3 hitters as he checks on the runner at first. Taylor's 1 for 4. Has not had a hit since the first inning where he singled today. He was stranded at second eventually. Wisniewski kicks and deals, and that ball's fouled off down the first baseline onto the hill. 0-2. Cameron Taylor, the pinch runner at first. That'll mark the end of the night for Jacob Nunez. So if this game continues, we will see a new catcher. That ball off the hands, popped up to Riley McKnight, who will make the play. So after the leadoff single, Cole Wisniewski able to get 2 quick outs. That's big. And it'll bring up Caleb Rica. A good player here and a big spot for the Demons. 0 for 4 tonight. This is always an interesting adage in baseball. Would you rather have a hot player come up to the plate 0 for 4 in a game with the chance of going 0 for 5? So hard to keep him off base. That slider misses away. I'd almost rather see Rica stand in 4 for 4 today with 3 doubles and get his hits out of the way early.
This is very true.
1-0 the count. Cole Wisniewski deals. Nasty slider. 1-1. Yeah, a huge threat right now in that 2-hole. Don't let that 0 for 4 fool you. This is a tough at bat right now for Cole Wisniewski.
Ooh.
Slider.
Uh-oh.
That missed somewhere off the inside corner according to Ron Teague. So it's 2-1.
Bearcat fans are not happy. Can't say I blame them.
I like seeing the dugout stick up for their young pitcher right there. This ball is reached and poked out to right field. Back on the warning track. Colton Kauser makes the play. So Caleb Rica, a tough 0 for 5 on the night. So this game stays deadlocked 4-4. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Nothing more to say. We'll be back on the Bearcat Sports Network right after this. Bottom of the ninth inning from Don Sanders Stadium, deadlocked at 4. 8-9-1, Diego Davila leading it off for the Bearcats against Jose Vasquez and the Demons. First pitch swinging, grounded foul towards the Bearcats dugout.
Davila is a freshman who is 0-1 tonight and averaging at .248.
A win for the Bearcats puts them about as close as they can get to a conference title in the regular season. They need Southeastern to lose to UIW. The 0-1 swung on and missed. The Lions currently do trail the Incarnate Word Cardinals 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th in San Antonio. If that score holds up and the Cats can find some walk-off magic, they will win the regular season Southland Conference title. They will enter the tournament as the number 1 seed. Step off the mound by Vasquez. He's ready and comes set now. The 0-2 to Davila. Swing and just gets a piece of it to stay alive. Riley McKnight stands on deck. Top of the order looming behind them. Demons bullpen is quiet. This game belongs to Vasquez. Northwestern State fans saw their team pick up a win this morning, even the series 1-1. Rubber match here tonight. The 0-2 just off the outside edge, 1-2. That's a good eye by Davila.
Davila's had a really good game tonight. You can tell Bearcat fans are getting a little antsy, which I don't blame them.
I don't either.
It's hard for us here. We're kind of holding on.
Davila entered the game in the 7th inning.
Oh!
He laces one into left field, and that is a leadoff single. Diego Davila does his job. A nice piece of hitting with 2 strikes. And he's on. And that'll bring up Riley McKnight.
That hit reminds me a lot of how Colton Cowser does. He missed. He got right in between the holes, and he went straight through like that. It was a great hit.
So we will see a pinch runner now for Davila. My guess is Mac Odom. That will be Mac Odom. And spoiler alert, I think Riley McKnight is going to be bunting here. Leads the Southland Conference in sacrifice bunts with 13. And this seems like the most textbook sacrifice bunt situation there is.
But I mean, hey, if anyone was going to do it, it would be McKnight.
Absolutely. Third baseman Dodge already playing in on the grass in quotes, that green cut of the turf here at Don Sanders. Odom gets his lead. McKnight squares around and takes what's ruled a strike on the outside edge.
I think it looks like your prediction was correct.
Showed bunt there, pulled it back but took a strike. Showed bunt late. It's one thing about this Bearcats team, even when they're sacrifice bunting, they don't show it early. They show it late. They still try and get it down where they can get a hit. He squares again and takes ball one. Odom a short lead over there. Marshall Skinner, it's worth noting in this situation, is the new catcher after Jacob Nunez was pinch run for last inning.
We can hear the crowd. They're getting pretty loud. I think they're all really excited and they really need this.
So a 1-1 count to McKnight. He squares again. He gets it down the third base line, and it will roll foul. 1-2, and we'll see if the bunt stays on here.
See, I really need for them to hear the music that they're playing out there, because then my dancing wouldn't seem so weird.
These fans certainly enjoying it. A lively crowd all night long. They've been treated to some very good baseball. We could tell it was going to be a tight game from the start.
Oh yeah, I mean, it doesn't even seem to bother them that it's a pretty late game. It's gone on for a while, and they are still loving it out there.
A lot of baseball today in Huntsville. Game 2 of the doubleheader. McKnight not bunting with 2 strikes. He does ground it to short. They will get 1. They will not get 2, though, as McKnight beats out the fielder's choice. They are able to retire the lead runner, though.
That was an exciting play for Bearcats. Although it didn't go exactly how we planned, we still have someone on base. That is all we can ask for at this point.
Much better than grounding into a double play. McKnight uses his speed, and he's aboard as the winning run for Jordan Cannon now.
And Jordan Cannon's had quite a game. He is 1 for 4 today and averaging at .374.
That one was a big one, though. It was a home run in the 7th inning. And now that we're tied, at the time it was 3-1. That pushed it out to 4. And that home run is even bigger now than it was at the time with us tied here at 4. Throw over.
Ooh.
McKnight dives back into first.
That seems to be a trend today.
Yeah, a lot of throws. We've also seen the Bearcats be very active on the base paths, though, so Northwestern State trying to shut down that running game, especially in this situation.
I hear some Jordan Cannon fans out in the audience calling his name in the crowd.
The beauty of senior day, Jordan Cannon with a chance to walk it off for the Bearcats.
That would be nice. It would be a great way to end senior day for all these hardworking seniors who've gotten to play so much today.
It would be a great way to end the season for Jordan Cannon, who has just been outstanding. He's got a 1-0 count here.
I think everyone's kind of holding their breath.
1-0, McKnight is running, hit and run, and it's chopped foul. So a 1-1 count now. McKnight had a really good jump. I know that was probably a hit and run, but I think he had second base swiped on that. Jordan Cannon does his job, though, and fights it off. Northwestern knows that the Cats want to be aggressive on the bases. McKnight has attempted 7 stolen bases this year. He's been successful 3 times. A 1-1 count to Cannon. McKnight off again. Cannon swinging, and again it's chopped foul.
He's had about 3 in a row of those.
Riley McKnight getting a really good jump over there at first. He is timing up Jose Vasquez very well. It's a 1-2 count now.
That seems to be his move. The crowd is not quiet anymore, that's for sure. They kind of woke up.
Jordan Cannon has been a good 2-strike hitter this year. McKnight not running. Cannon did not go on that swing. Why? I assume that's ruled a
Something's going on.
foul ball.
And I think it said it was strike.
ruled a foul ball. Not sure why you appealed the check swing on a foul ball. Foul ball is a foul ball. 1-2 the count to Jordan Cannon.
The crowd is a little bit confused and
I think everyone's a little
unhappy.
confused. Ron Teague was not clear on what happened on that play. Scoreboard is showing a 1-2 count. We're going to call it a foul ball. Here's the 1-2. Slider in the dirt. Good eye by Cannon. It's taken. It's 2-2.
Well, we're just going to figure that out at some point, but this has been a long battle going between Cannon and Jose.
Vasquez just hit 20 pitches on the night. Riley McKnight a good lead again at first base. He's going. Cannon swings and that ball's in the left field. That is a base hit. McKnight around second. He's on his way to third. The throw comes in. He is safe on a head first dive. Runners on the corners. A beautiful hit and run. Aggressive base running. And Riley McKnight stands 90 feet away as the winning run. And who's in the box? Colton Cowser.
What a run. That is awesome. And Sam Houston fans are on their feet.
Bearcats have the winning run 90 feet away.
That was some play.
Keeping an eye across the conference, UIW still leading Southeastern 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Southeastern 6 outs away, down by 4. And again, if they lose and the Bearcats walk it off, that will do it for the Cats. They will be regular season conference champions. Northwestern is going to want to talk about how to approach this at bat with Colton Cowser. We're going to take a short break while they meet on the mound, and we will be right back. Do not go anywhere. 1 out, winning run at third, bottom of the 9th on the Bearcat Sports Network. Riley McKnight stands on third. Colton Cowser in the box. Jordan Cannon had a single into left field on a hit and run. He's at first base.
If there was anybody who was going to bring this Bearcat win home here in the second part of the 9th inning, I mean, it would be Cowser.
Yeah, let's let it be the freshman phenom on senior night here. Bearcats looking to walk it off in their final regular season game of the year. First pitch from Vasquez, taken low and in for ball 1. So the Demons middle infield plays back. They want to try and roll a double play.
Cowser's had a lot of great plays tonight. That awesome catch. So many things. Let's see if we can just have another awesome thing happen for him tonight. Get us a hit. Get us a home run.
This would be a great way to bookmark his freshman year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside corner at the knees for strike 1. Jose Vasquez working here. He's thrown an inning and a third so far. He's given up 3 hits. No runs to this point.
Cowser is 1 for 3, averaging at .365.
Riley McKnight is the important run at third. Here's the 1-1. Vasquez finds the bottom of the strike zone, and it's 1-2. Clayton Harp is on deck. Should it get to him?
The fans are getting pretty loud. Very opinionated, that's for sure.
McKnight on third has good speed. I'm sure he'll go on contact on a ground ball. Here's the 1-2.
Ooh.
Fouled off. So of all the things that Colton Cowser does really well, one stat that I love to see as a freshman, he is tied for second in the conference in sacrifice flies. So this is a kid that doesn't try and do too much. A situational hitter. He gets good lift on the ball, has poise in the box, and a sac fly would do it right here. A deep fly ball would be a walk-off for Cowser. 1 and 2, Vasquez kicks and deals. Calzer swings. The Bearcats walk it off! Colton opposite field single! And the Cats will win their final game of the regular season at Don Sanders. There is a dog pile at second base. Colton Calzer, the freshman, walks it off for the Bearcats 5-4.
What a game!
Beats Northwestern State. They will wait for the end of the Southeastern UIW game in the bottom of the 7th. But for right now, the Bearcats have done everything they can to put themselves in a position to be Southland Conference champions.
Man, that was like the perfect hit. Perfect.
Colton Calzer on a 1-2 count laces the ball fair down the line past a diving dodge. And the team swarms him at second base. All smiles for the Cats. They take 2 out of 3. They win the series against Northwestern. They may have just won the conference. They will wait and see. 5-4, your final. Sam Houston over Northwestern State. The team split the doubleheader today in Huntsville, but the Bearcats take 2 out of 3. And that will do it for our broadcast of Sam Houston State University baseball. Again, 5-4 the final on a walk-off by freshman Colton Calzer. And it will do it for the Sam Houston State tonight.